the hills. Even up the hills, it's gone. Right, guys, it looks like this is becoming a bit of a piss take. And I might randomly join someone else's hangout. If there's a hangout going, I might join it. I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood. Hey, how you doing, Laurie?
Hello, how are you?
It must have worked then.
It worked through the email.
Right, and it doesn't work on the chat?
No. No.
You sound fine coming through here. Does that sound all right on this side?
You bet. You bet.
You sound all right? Fucking,
it sounds fine.
What a hassle that was, Laurie.
Yeah, I just happened to notice that you sent it through the email, and I clicked on it and went right through.
Nice one. Did you have it? What time is it over there?
It's 9:15. It's early.
You still got hours. You still got hours till this new year.
Oh, hours. Hours and hours.
You're so stuck in the past, Laurie.
You're already in next year.
I know. How you doing anyway?
Good. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Laurie.
Yes, it's been a year, Jed. Happy New Year.
I know. I was thinking that the other night. I was thinking, God's sake, I remember doing a hangout like a Christmas. It was a New Year Christmas. Was it a New Year Christmas one? Were you
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah. It was actually when you and I were on. It was before December, so it was like last November.
Crazy, eh? Crazy. Time flies, Laurie. Time flies.
Yeah. Yep. How's the baby doing?
Oh, she's doing brilliant. Totally. She's got one of her teeth through. We're trying to get her off the milk now. We're just trying to get her on solid food.
Right.
She's like 8 months, but she's like, we're trying to wean her off the milk. Like I seen Nathan Oakley said something like he's trying to wean off his daughter off the milk. I was thinking, gosh, she's over a year old.
Yeah.
She's been trying to do that like early on.
Right.
So the bairn's great. She's teething now, so she's a wee bit moany. She's got a wee bit of attitude. But everything's good. What about your daughter?
The baby. Yeah, that baby's walking now.
Is she? Is he?
Yeah.
Is he? What was his name? Oscar? Was it Oscar?
William.
Sorry. William. Oscar. When did they get Oscar for? Is he walking around now? How old is he?
He's 1.
1 year old. I was going to say he must be about a year old now.
Yep. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So
I remember back then.
Have you seen any crazy shit tonight on any hangouts?
Not yet. I think it's still early. I haven't seen anything, but I'm not subscribed to all the things that you are. I have to follow other people and know what's going on.
No, I'm slowly unsubscribing, Laurie. I'm slowly hitting that unsubscribe button to a lot of these channels. Right. Even Martin. Yeah. Like I used to watch Martin a lot, but even now I rarely watch the guy. I kind of feel sorry for him in a way. It's weird.
Last March, I unsubscribed from so many people at one time, and then now I'm looking for them because I don't know where anything's going on. Now that it's wintertime, I'm stuck in here. It's 33 degrees below freezing, so it's -2 Fahrenheit here, which is like -18 for you.
I was going to say the Fahrenheit. It doesn't sound a lot when you see like 33 degrees Fahrenheit. To me, that sounds warm because we do everything in Celsius.
Right.
I looked it up. When you actually calculate Celsius, it's minus
to you it would be -18 right now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
We rarely get that cold. We sometimes get -20 up in the Highlands in the mountains.
See, I'm watching Outlander right now. You ever watch Outlander?
No.
Oh, the Scottish show, the books and the show Outlander.
I've heard of Highlander.
No, Outlander.
Outlander. No.
Oh, that's huge. That's a huge show. But it's got all the Scottish people on it and everything. And you would think it's as cold there as it is here. But you guys seem to be warmer. I don't get it.
I think it's a wind here. It's the wind chill here. It feels colder than it is. You know what I mean? It's like that wind and the rain. It's really wet here in Scotland. It's always wet. The humidity is always like 80%. So when it's cold, you've got the cold, moist air as well. It's like you can almost feel it go through your bones. It's a different cold. It's different.
Yeah. It's bone chill here. We're getting that Arctic blast. It's the whole country's pretty cold except for Florida right now. It's cold all the way down to North Carolina, Georgia, everywhere.
I heard that Arctic blast thing could maybe go as far south as Florida. Like
that's cold. What's happening. Yeah.
That's
and
crazy.
We're like I said, we're stuck in it's so cold you can't go outside.
Lucky,
it's tough.
Lucky you got that 4 ton of wood chip.
I know. I forgot to film it in the garage. I said I was going to show it in the garage, and then I looked at the video, and I'm like, I was so busy worrying about putting the cats in there and talking about the cats, I forgot to put the wood pellets in there. So crazy. I didn't put that in there. Yeah, where they are.
Crazy when I see your way of living, it's like, it seems to me, it's like, it's cool. It's cool. It's like self-sufficient, but it must be so harsh and tough.
It's harsh.
Like,
it's harsh.
I definitely.
And I don't thrive well being stuck inside. So what are you gonna do?
You sound like more like a city woman than the country. And you thrive in the country, but you sound like you thrive amongst people as well. Probably more.
Yeah, I like to be outside. I like to be outside. We could have gone out to a party tonight, but it's so cold and the roads are so treacherous that you don't want to drive after midnight with people out on the roads and there's snow and ice on the roads. So I could have went out and then I'd be coming back after midnight in icy, snowy roads. Who's going to do that?
Exactly, Laurie. It's like those days are behind me now. Now I've got a family and I've had maybe 20 odd New Year's like partying every like till 4 or 5 in the morning. And those days are kind of go
downstairs with a cigarette. Yep.
Those days are kind of behind me nowadays. Like I stay with the family. My wife doesn't even stay up for the bells anymore. She can't even stay awake. She has a few drinks and she's falling asleep at 11:30. And
oh
crazy.
My gosh! I'm gonna come down and have a cigarette with you. There we go. I'm so glad we got that to work. My gosh.
So when are you sending these bikini? When are you sending these bikini photos?
Oh, when I start going backwards in age.
Dang.
That was pretty funny, wasn't it? Let me get my cigarette.
I'm sorry, Laurie. It was kind of like a lure. It was kind of like a bait with same with the Masonic ring and all that stuff. People should have known I was joking. Do you know what I mean? It was like I was making it obvious. I was pulling their leg in a way. And same with the whole Laurie Gale thing with the bikini. I was seeing who would bite the trap and who would run with it. And God, I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe like the people who were trying to run with it. And then I was saying I did that. I just made that up, Laurie. Kind of like at the same time.
I just stayed quiet and I was like, he's lost his mind because I remember the exchange back and forth and I didn't send the picture because you said, no, don't send no pictures. I'm like, okay, because it was just me in a bathing suit, but there was never any bikinis because I never wore a bikini ever.
Exactly. It was
so
nothing to really do that.
I never wore a bikini in my life, even if I lived in Florida. I never had the body for that.
But did it not make you? Did it not make you happy that people wanted to see this photo? Where's Laurie in this bikini? I'm like, I'm not sure what it is. It's like people really wanted to see you in this bikini, Laurie.
Because people they want to think you're lying about everything. They want to catch you in a lie. And I'm saying no, and you're saying yes, and I'm saying there really wasn't one unless he stole something off Facebook, and it still wouldn't have been a bikini.
I was just trying to prove, Laurie, how easy it is that people run with rumours. We hearsay, no evidence. You can make up any old bullshit, and people run with it. And Glenn, he was one of the guys that he fueled quite a lot of shit with me. Actually, when I got that copyright strike for Antonio.
Yeah,
it was because of Glenn. Glenn sent me that fucking daytime nighttime video, and I
remember that.
And I played it on my channel, and I got a fucking copyright. I got taken down. And Glenn was sending me other information about Antonio's family, Nathan Oakley's. Apparently, this other guy called Nathan Oakley lived somewhere. Like he was trying to send me the information, but it wasn't even the same guy. It wasn't even the same fucking dude. But he was trying to get me to chase these people in like real life. I was like, fucking easy, Glenn. And I'm not interested in people's real life.
Yeah.
So he was mentioning kind of stuff like that, and he mentioned Patricia Steele lying on a bed with undies for Martin. And I said, oh, by the way, I've got photos of Laurie Gale in her bikini. What? I would pay for those photographs. I would pay for them. So I was like, I'll look for them. I was kind of just testing to see his reaction, and he ran with it. He ran with it. It was strange. It was strange, and I'm sorry, Laurie, if I offended you. I thought you knew I was kind of pulling your leg a wee bit. I wasn't saying you were.
I thought you might have lost your mind. Yeah.
Hey, well, Laurie, I never said you sent nude photos. Come on, like
Right.
I was like bikini photos. God, I remember when I was a kid looking at the catalogue at the bikini again, the bikini section.
Yeah, I would have made the 1990. I would have made the 92 edition. You know. 1990.
So did you see the hangout I had with Orphan Red?
Yeah, I saw part of it. Yeah, I didn't see the whole thing.
For some reason, people can't watch the whole lot.
It got kind of technical, and I seen where it was all right. What are you going to do with YouTube next year? Do you have any idea?
Well, this was the point of this hangout, Laurie. I was hoping to have a hangout, have a few people in it, and I was trying to set this up so I couldn't get sniped, and I could still have my live stream from the kitchen.
Right.
But host it from my living room, but mute myself, if you know what I mean.
Got.
I wanted to host my hangout, but join it as a guest, but mute myself as the host, if you know what I mean. Like it's so I wasn't stuck at my computer. I could come into my kitchen and still speak to people this way.
Right.
But it's been so much hassle. But my point was, I was going to get people in so we could talk about what interests people, what do they want to see more of.
Right.
I just wanted to hear what my subs want to see more of.
Right. Well, did you see what Glenn's wife did with the grocery store in Vancouver?
I had to show my wife that. I had to show my. I went,
that was
look,
interesting.
They
Interesting?
They have to pay $1 for a potato.
And $20 for a chicken. $20 for a chicken that would cost $3 here. That was interesting. I would see in different countries and what's going on over there, because I can't see what goes on in your stores or Vancouver. So that was kind of neat.
Well, potatoes. We've got these potatoes over here, and they're good quality potatoes. They're called Maris Piper. I don't know if you get them over there. They're called Maris Piper. They're a certain brand, but they're good quality potatoes, and we got a bag of them. It must be a £3, maybe £5 bag. I'm not sure what that is in kilos. Maybe 2.5 kilos, 3 kilos. Potatoes.
We get 5 pounds, yeah.
Something like that. But this is for £2. £2 in money. We get £5. We get £5. It must be about $4 or something, or $3.50 for a bag of potatoes, a bag of spuds.
That's about the same as us then. Okay.
Like individual potatoes, $1. I know. I couldn't believe that. And the margarine, I don't even eat fucking margarine. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's
butter was $6 something a pound, and that's like $3 here. Yeah, it was like $3 here. It's $6 something a pound. That would be an interesting thing, to see the different stores and the different countries and prices and gas. But then you'd have to convert pounds to dollars, liters to gallons. That's cool.
And plus, you would have to look at the minimum wage as well, kind of living costs, because maybe the minimum wage over there is maybe $15 or something.
Yes, you're right. It is.
It is. Over here, it's I think it's like £7.50 for the minimum wage. So it's
and here it's $7.25 an hour compared to their $15 an hour. So it's almost half here.
So if you work out like that, it's maybe close. It's maybe closer than you think, but still, it seemed to me.
I wouldn't pay $10 for a chicken.
I would pay $1 for a fucking potato. That was.
I know.
And she was saying, what was it? She was saying that the bacon was like steak. I was like, fucking, bacon's like the crap meat here. Like the steak's the good stuff. The bacon's like your crap meat. Well, I wouldn't say bacon was crap meat. I would say it was middle in the range meat, and I'd say like spam and your processed meat was the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
Unreal though. I couldn't believe it.
But it's interesting to see the different prices in the different countries, the different cultures. That's an interesting way to go too. So that's why we like walk, seeing your area, where you walk and what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, where you live, do they supply the heat there?
Aye. We've got Scottish Power, Scottish heating, Scottish everything.
And it's electric Electric heat?
Yep, electric and gas as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Electric and gas. That's it. Here, a lot of Scotland's got renewable stuff, but I think it's a waste of time, Laurie. A lot of this renewable energy, they take up whole fields with these wind turbines, and I don't think they really produce what they should. Again, like when I'm driving up north, half of these wind turbines aren't even turning. It's like you see one spinning, it's facing the direction, but the other ones are like still. It's like,
yeah.
I'm not sure if it's a big scam, this green energy stuff. What do you think about that?
I don't know, because we have those turbines here too, and half of them aren't turning half the time.
It seemed like a waste of money. So
up where I live, there's no gas, so we got to buy wood and use electric.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, are you planning to live where you are forever? Like,
no, I can't wait to get off this mountain. I got a house in Florida. I want to sell it next year. I'm waiting for my daughter to be ready. She's waiting for the end of the school year, so I don't want to sell it out from under her. So when she's ready, as soon as she's ready, which I hope is this spring or end of school year, I want to sell that so I can buy something around here, but not here. Not here.
How high are you?
About 2,700 feet.
2,700 feet. I've got hills outside my window, and those are the hills that you see me usually climbing around, walking around. But the peak of those is 2,000 feet. The very top.
All right.
2,000 feet. So
it's just that we're way up on top of the mountain. So I could live 20 miles south of here and be in a totally different climate.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
More sunshine and just less wind and less snow and less ice. So plus I'm renting this. Yeah.
How long are they predicting you're going to get this cold spell for? I heard rumors
it might warm up a little bit.
I've heard rumours of like mini ice age and shit like that, Laurie.
Me too. This year has been bad. I mean, it started early.
What do you think is going to happen?
Usually get this cold. I don't know, because it usually doesn't get this cold till like February. You know, we don't usually get snow until January. So this has been a really bad year so far. You know, 2017, I had to use heat every single month.
Jesus.
Every single month. I had to use heat in July. I had to use heat in August because it got so cold at night.
God's sake.
And I'm only in Pennsylvania. I'm not in Alaska. I'm in Pennsylvania. I had to use heat every single month this year.
How far north is Pennsylvania on the United States? Like,
it's south of New York, and it's south of Canada, and it's south of the Great Lakes. It's south of Chicago. So, you know, we're under New York State. I don't know why. We're getting this Arctic cold all the time right off the Great Lakes. The air just comes down.
So what's New York looking like right now?
Oh, New York is under 53 inches of snow.
Is it? Jesus Christ! Because I seen quite a few videos that came up and they were saying, "Oh, there's a mini ice age coming and the sun's on a."
I wouldn't doubt it.
The sun's on a low. The energy, the sunspots, it's on some kind of low, and apparently this is meant to be the worst cold for like, is it since 2004? They're reckoning. Or something like it's a solar minimum. That's what they call it, a solar minimum.
When there's no solar flare. Yep, you're right.
Yep, and there's no sunspots, and they're saying that the heat of the earth is going right down, and America's going to get it first. Like,
oh, really? Is that what you heard?
Well, that's what they're saying, that the North, the North Americans, they're going to feel this Arctic blast. But we've seen that in the past, Laurie, this Arctic blast.
Yes, we have. It's all cycles. I think it's just cycles, not something to get really concerned about. You know, it's good to be prepared, but I wouldn't freak out over it. I mean, we're all still here. Our ancestors lived through this stuff, right?
So how long does 4 tons of wood? How far does that take you? In weather like this,
we might have to get another ton by March at this rate.
And how much is a ton? How much is a ton of wood?
$250.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you got 4 tons, so that's 1,000.
I thought we bought 4, but he said we bought 3. We had a half a ton left from last year, so we bought 3. He said, because when I made the video, he said no, we bought 3 tons. because we had a half a ton left. But at the rate we're going, we're going to need another ton by spring if we keep running 2 stoves like this.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Because right now, I'm on the cold section right now. This is the unfinished section of the basement that I can smoke in.
Is that
the side
the one with the lesser furnace in it? The cheaper one.
Yeah, I have this blanket up blocking the heat in there, so when I smoke, the cigarettes don't go upstairs. So I'm still in a cold room.
Do you know
it's 86 degrees on the other side of this.
I was wearing a house
smokers
coat.
are always relegated outside.
I was wearing a house coat exactly the same as that before I came on this live stream, but it's blue.
Like this.
It's furry blue. It's like I've got it hanging up on the door actually, but I thought I better not wear it for my street cred on YouTube.
Over here, it's like 90 degrees on the other side of this blanket.
So what does your husband do in this? Does he work in this?
Yeah, no, he works inside. He's an electrician. He does electrical work.
Right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So he's not out on pylons or any stuff like that?
No. No.
Aye.
But hopefully it'll stay busy.
There's some job working in this stuff, like.
I know. My son-in-law works for the telephone company up here, and he has to climb the poles and do the wires and fix the power outages and stuff like that. I don't know. But he likes the cold. He's like a polar bear. He can go out there and he could do that.
So you were saying earlier, Laurie, in the chat that your favourite New Year was 1999. Why? Why was that?
Because we were waiting for 2000.
Aye. I can remember that. It was like the Millennium Bug.
Yes. We had a big party. We had a big party. We had the big stock of food, and we thought the world was going to end. And we had the party like the end of the world party.
Well, I think Prince, his song came back that 1999. We got a party. I think, and it was number 1 during that year. I can remember. I think I was 17, 18 when that happened. 1999.
Okay. I remember
think it was about that age.
Interesting.
But I was pissed. Put it that way. I think I was pissed every year till 2000 and probably
cigarettes.
2007, something like that. I stopped really going out on New Year's. 2006.
Oh, you went out on 1999?
Oh, aye. We had a house party. My friend had a house
that's what I had.
I can remember my friend's parents were away, and he had the whole house to himself, and it was like a big house party. It was brilliant. I can remember. It was good. And that was another thing that used to happen in a year. I used to get trailed along the houses. There was this. Who's this?
Oh, you
Holy shit!
Who is it?
It's an Eskimo.
Who is that?
It's an Eskimo. It's an Inuit. Sorry, you can't use Eskimos too. It's racist or something. How you doing, P?
Do I look hot?
It's Fargo.
Oh, look at you!
So how the fuck did the link work with you?
Yeah.
Tim Ossman taught me a trick. He's a hacker.
Well, what did he tell you?
What did you do
Remove the first fucking letters.
Remove when there's like a percentage thing. There's like a where it starts with a percentage, EF percentage, BB percentage, BF. You take off where the percentage thing is. You delete that.
All right.
And that works.
Is that in the key?
It's in the link.
The link, aye.
That's what. Because everyone keeps doing the same thing, like that Des guy, Sheeps and Apes, he hosts Hangouts, and he was posting the link and it was doing the same thing. So Tim said you have to delete that part where the percentage is at the end. So
I take it I can delete that P before I post it. I can delete that part of the link and then post it, or
that should work. Yeah.
Cool. How you doing anyway, mate?
Pretty
good. I'll be
good.
right back. I'm gonna go get some cigarettes.
No problems. How you doing, man?
Yeah, my car won't start though because it's like negative 33 here. So
you've got a car?
Yeah, I have a Cadillac.
No. You can't drive.
I'm a good driver. I used to deliver pizzas.
What's with the hat anyway? Is it a hat? A hood?
This is a joke.
What do you wear?
This is
All
a
right.
joke.
So what's the temperature at your bit, mate?
Negative 33.
Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Celsius.
Celsius.
Fahrenheit's like negative 27. That's the coldest it got last night.
No way. Fuck it. Are you more north than Laurie?
Yeah, I'm on the border of Canada.
You near the Great Lakes and all that shit.
No, I'm like right in the middle of the country. Well, kind of like a state away. It's like a state away.
Right, cool.
But,
so what are you drinking tonight, mate?
I'm not drinking anymore. I'm getting...
What? Shut up.
I drank on December 9th for my mate's birthday, but that's the last time. But I haven't really been drinking.
So what was in the whiskey bottle? Was that just fucking cold tea or some shit?
It's an old whiskey bottle.
What do you put in it? Piss or something? I seen you drinking it like a week ago.
What? No, I drink, I got bottles of water.
You had Canadian whiskey. Was it Canadian whiskey?
I wasn't drinking that a week ago. Maybe I was pretending. I don't know.
You must have been pretending, man. I remember you said you used to do that as a kid. You used to walk about with a bottle of vodka, pretending it was vodka.
Yeah.
We did it again.
I don't remember. I don't think so. Maybe. Yeah, I haven't been drinking. I've been working out. So it's like, if you drink, it's kind of hard to motivate yourself to work out the next day. So I just quit drinking.
I'm like, my body's a temple. I can drink, smoke, eat shit, watch YouTube, sit my ass all day, and I'm like the perfect specimen, P. I don't know what fucking... maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should make videos about the YouTube diet. Whiskey, cigars, flat earth, and you look like me. The man.
I don't know, I made, I needed a new hobby, so I decided to make, like, a healthy lifestyle, like a hobby, I guess. So that's what I did.
So what have you done to change?
Hey, you're not a vegan, are you?
No, I started doing this, like, potato diet thing.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, Cynthia talks about this, how it's really good for your gut health to get fermentable fibers in your system. And I was watching a Joe Rogan interview with this, like, health guy, and he was saying how, like, a good way to lose weight is to just eat, like, all potatoes. Because I guess potatoes have, like, protein, carbs, and vitamins, like, all the stuff you really need. And he was saying, like, if you heat it up and then you let it cool off, it creates fermentable fiber in the potato, and the more you heat it up and cool it off, so it's like that's really good for like getting your like gut bacteria healthy. Because one of the things like carbohydrates and sugars, refined sugar, will do is they'll like really mess up your gut bacteria and create like an unhealthy bacteria environment in your gut, and like your gut links to your brain health, and like so. Improving your digestive health is like the biggest thing you can do for your overall health kind of thing. And like if you notice, like people get a lot of things like colon cancer and stuff like that. Like so, I think it's a really good idea. And I feel like awesome. Like I was drinking like every other day, and I just like got used to kind of feeling like crap. And then, like, now that I'm back to, like, a healthy lifestyle, I used to be healthy in my 20s and then kind of, like, gave up on it because I'm stupid, I guess.
What's crazy about that, P, that when I just finished college this summer there, and I was always sitting at the computer doing editing and stuff like that and sitting watching YouTube. And as soon as I left my college, and I've started working again, doing my manual work. I do removals. I move people from house to house, and I feel much better. I feel stronger, fitter, healthier. I think even my skin's better. Fair enough, I'm maybe a slave. I'm maybe doing physical work, but I feel 100 times better than I was when I was a college student listening to fucking teachers talk shit and just the whole political correctness of the college. I hated that. I hated it. And I'm just glad to be out with the men again, back in the trenches, working like a Trojan. You know what I mean? I feel healthier for it. I feel like this is what I should do. I should be physical. I'm a physical person. I shouldn't be sitting at a fucking computer every day. I know it. I can feel it.
Well, when the weather's bad, you can't get outside and do anything.
This lady, this Dr. Rhonda Patrick, she was on Joe Rogan. I listened to her too. She was really interesting, and she was saying like people who do like strength training and have like a muscle mass, or the muscle mass, they like have a 30% reduced risk of like cancer and like reduced risks of heart disease and all, just for like no other mitigating factors, just having that muscle mass. So I guess I read some other articles too. I guess it's really important to do. They said like strength training twice a week. So I've been trying to do push-ups. So I never used to do that. I used to just do cardio in my 20s. So that's something. I don't know. It's really interesting. Like these being in a physical body. It's like you have to learn all this stuff about your body and how it works. And like we're still learning new stuff in modern science. So it's really interesting. Like the human. It's weird. It's like a lot of people are ignorant of how their bodies work. And like how nutrition works and stuff like that, and like our society is just like set up for you to like fail because it's just full of like the refined sugar everywhere. And
I think it's set up for choice, really. Again, like the good shit's there and the bad shit's there.
The thing is, though, it's like there's so little choice of like good things to like. If I go into a store, like a gas station, there's virtually like nothing that's healthy. Like literally like maybe 2 or 3 items are healthy. It's insane. It's all like junk food and shit.
Well, see, over here when I'm really thirsty, like I've been working hard and I'm really thirsty, so I go into the shop, right, and I'm looking at the shelves and I see like fresh orange juice, $1.59, $1.69, and fresh apple juice, £2, whatever. Then I see a can of Rockstar, 99p for 500 milliliters, and I think, you know what? I'm going for the 99p for 500 milliliters. And then it's like the choice. It's like you choose the shit sort of thing.
But that's the thing, Jed. The orange juice and the apple juice have just as much sugar as like a can of Coke. It's like the same thing as drinking a can of Coke. So that's not even good for you. Like
I heard that about smoothies, Pmars. Smoothies aren't good for you because apparently the fruit that you eat, because it's solid. When you eat an apple, your body has to break it down. Your stomach has to actually break it down. But when you smooth
that's what I was talking about. The fermentable fiber. Like it's really good to get for your digestive system to get this fermentable fiber. So like I've been trying to get a lot of that fiber in my system, and I feel like great. I've also been doing a multivitamin because our food today doesn't have the nutrients and minerals that it did in the past, and I've been taking like an omega fat supplement thing.
So are you one of these guys that look at food and you just gain weight, or are you one of these guys that find it hard to like you have to really sit and stuff yourself to look like shit? And
both my parents were fat when I was growing up, and I was like a fat kid, and so it's like it kind of like messed up my body. And when you're a little kid, it's like, of course you're gonna just like, if you're given a little kid's given options between, a brownie and like a carrot, he's gonna take the brownie. Or if you're a little kid, you need like an adult to like really like show kids like how to eat. And my parents just like let me do whatever I want. So I, of course, was a fat kid. And then, but the good thing about like having a problem, like being overweight as a kid, it kind of ruined my health now. So it's like I'm carb sensitive now as a result, I guess. So I have to avoid carbs because it'll spike my insulin and stuff. But the good thing about having problems.
Are you diabetic?
I guess I don't know. I guess I'd probably be like early stages of it or something.
Right.
But like, the thing about having problems though is that like it forces you to kind of like do research about nutrition and like learn how to. So like having a problem in a way can like be a good thing because it can teach you like if you learn from it. So because if you're like skinny your whole life and you never have an issue, but you could eat like shit and then you never like learn,
Mm-hmm. Well, I was going to say something there, but I forgot just as you were. Sorry. I can't remember. It was to do with diet anyway. Oh, fuck, man. I hate when you do that, man.
Yeah, it's hard to remember shit on podcasts. I always forget.
I should actually sit here with a pen and note what you're saying as you're talking, so I can keep it in my mind, sort of thing. But as you speak, it's like it swaps from one thing to another. But I found that I've always had a high metabolism. I've always had a high metabolism. See, when I was a kid, Pete, I used to get like 20 pence. And it's like when you got 20 pence, it might be like 50 cents where you are, something like that when I was a kid. So we used to get 20 cents, and you could either have the option, you get 2 10p packets of crisps, or you could get a bag of carrots. There was like 6 or 7 carrots. I used to buy the carrots, man. I used to buy like carrots instead of crisps. Like, as a kid, because I thought there's more, like, because I was greedy. I was absolutely greedy. There was more munching and more eating in the carrots than there was in the crisps. So I used to buy carrots and shit when I was young. When I used to get 20 pence, I used to buy a bag of carrots. My mates used to eat, like, crisps and shit and sweeties. And I used to sit and eat carrots. Crazy.
Well, I know this doctor, Rhonda Patrick, she said something kind of interesting about how, I guess, what you feed into your body actually changes your DNA. Like, is it called endo DNA or something?
I've heard of that. I've heard these Pacific. Sorry, before you keep your thought. But I've heard these Pacific people. They've been eating fish all this time, and they can dive for some reason, like deeper and shit like that. And they tested their DNA, and they've got some of the fish that they eat's DNA in them. It's like, what the fuck? They're actually becoming the shit they're eating.
She was saying, like, yeah, so like if your father's sperm, if your father's like a fat person, then they'll have like that'll change their DNA based on their diet and nutrition and stuff, and if they exercise, and it'll actually give the baby like kind of a less of an event, or they won't get the good genes or something. Like they'll get genes that'll make them more prone to, I don't know, diabetes or something.
Well, I just remembered what I was going to say to you, man. Right. See, breakfast is one of the most overrated fucking meals. They've pushed it hard as fuck. Like, breakfast is the most important day, and I'm sure it's something to do with the breads and the cereal fucking companies. But I'm telling you, man, humans have to do something physical before they eat. This is how we process food. We can't just wake up in the morning, stuff our mouths with food, then go and do something. We have to actually wake up, do something, then eat. Because this is what our ancestors done. We used to hunt. We used to chase the animal down till it was exhausted. And at night time, we probably sat around the campfire, ate the meal, and then the next day we started again. We got up in the morning, started the hunt, chased the animal. It's like, and I think humans we're not meant to eat first thing. We're meant to do activity first, then eat. We're not meant to just wake up and go Then
I agree with you, Judd. I can't imagine getting up and eating right away.
It's not something I never get tempted to do. It's like my missus says it to my son: eat your cereal, eat your toast, eat your lick, and it's like, what if he's not meant to eat first thing in the morning?
It's usually like noon before I get hungry, like noontime.
Same here. Well, I have to go to my work, do a bit of physical activity, and then I'm like, I can feel the stomach tell me, it's grumbling. It's like, you need to eat. Right. But when I wake up in the morning, I don't have that feeling. I don't have that feeling like you need to eat. And I think a lot of people, they're putting on the calories, then going to work and sitting in the office all day instead of going into their work, sitting for a while, maybe going to the gym and then eating.
And I've got the high metabolism like you. I'm a high metabolism like you. I've always been too thin.
Yeah. It could be like I heard it could be an overactive thyroid.
I had that checked. My doctor checked for that. Yeah. That's been checked already. It was all right. It came back normal because my aunt was so worried about the weight loss that I could go up and down and fluctuate so bad and then lose a lot of weight. But they said it was all right. But I'm actually trying to gain weight in a healthy way. I'm trying to gain another 20 pounds because I was 5'7", and I'm very thin.
Well, same here, Laurie. I've tried, I've had the same physique since I was about 22. I feel like I've grown into sort of a man physique, and then I've just stayed. Like my weight's never went down or up. It's just stayed at like the same level. And because of the cold, it's like I'm chilling, I'm freezing.
Me too.
Like I want to put on some weight just to keep me warm,
too.
and I'm struggling.
Me too.
It's a battle. But,
so when Pmars was talking about the diet, I was going to ask him what he thinks is a healthy way to gain weight. What's a healthy way to put on pounds? What did you eat if you want to gain weight in a healthy way? I wonder if you've learned anything about that.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're looking to lose weight. I'm looking to put it on.
I haven't looked into that.
Yeah, see?
I never had a problem with that.
And I've never looked to lose weight.
I've heard there's supplements you can take. There's certain supplements you can take to try and build mass.
Yeah.
I've never been one for steroids or testosterone or anything like that, so I'm not sure. I heard there's a thing called creatine.
Yeah,
creatine.
Creatine like makes your muscles bigger, and I think when your muscles work, they use creatine, so when you actually do exercise, they have more like energy, so you can get more reps in, and that way you can get stronger.
Exactly. I think creatine isn't like a steroid or a fat or a yeast. It's an acid.
It's something natural in your body that you're. Yeah. It's like it's an acid, whatever that your muscles use.
I think Pmars. See, when you're doing reps and you do maybe 3 or 4 reps and you're struggling for that last rep. Well, I think the creatine is an acid that it goes into the muscle to give you that last explosive bit of power to lift a rep. So it's not to build you, but it gives you that extra to lift. It
gives you more, more energy.
Explosive energy. So I've looked into that stuff as well because of my work, and then I don't know. I think you need to be on it for a while, and drink lots of water as well. I think it's like a water sort of based thing. It's not like it doesn't put water on your muscles. It puts water into your muscles or something like that. I'm not sure, but it's meant to be safe.
I looked into that, but like I've never really wanted to like build muscle. Really, I just kind of want to like have good overall health, and like mainly I'm doing it to get my brain working better, so I can do better at poker and other, I guess like anything else, and everything in life. So
women, Pmars. What the fuck's wrong with you and women?
I'm not really into women, I guess.
You are.
Like,
I think that's what you're missing in your life, P. A good woman. A good one.
Yeah. It's hard to find a good one, though.
You'll never find them on YouTube, man. Never.
No, I'm not looking for a woman on YouTube.
So, in Fargo,
everyone on YouTube is mental, including me.
Oh, we're all fucked, mate. We're all fucked. I said that. I said even the Globers.
Yeah.
Like we must be lost if we're here. We use like with the fly earth people and shit like that. We must be suffering for something as well. Simple, man.
Yeah, there's something messed up on flat earthers won't even accept you into their circle of friends. But
it's funny, Judd. You say you want to give up flat Earth, but yet you don't because of the people that you've met through the topic. So you don't want to give up the people that you've met. So you don't want to leave. Exactly. You don't want to leave the topic because you met all these people throughout the last couple of years.
To be honest, Laurie, I'd like to do hangouts again and carry the people on, but just change the fucking subject.
You know? Keep the same people. I get it.
I would. Because I've noticed most flat earth hangouts start off talking about flat earth in the old days anyway. But most of it would deteriorate. People talking about their life and experiences. Exactly. That's the shit I enjoyed.
Because it's a small community and you know everybody. And if you don't put that in the title, you're not going to find those people. So how do you keep the community without keeping the same topic? That's the question. Exactly. Yep.
What was that, P? What you trying to say there, mate?
I was agreeing with you. Yeah, like a lot of when I turn into a flat earth hangout, usually they're just kind of like talking about their day or the weather or something. Like they're never really talking about flat earth.
And it's the same way. It's the same with this Nathan Oakley shit, man. I can't watch. So I don't know, again, like I said this in my one of my last hangouts. I'm starting to get a new emotion. I don't know, again, I had this feeling. It's like a new fucking emotion. It's like
it's because they don't change the subject in that hangout. They've been on that Ireland, Manchester Island, Isle of Man, or whatever.
Isle of Man
for days on there. It's like, ugh.
So is Riley the only person that's seen Ireland for England in history?
I guess. I don't know. I got into an argument with Riley today, actually. And I was saying, yeah, I was telling him how you can't really prove anything, you know? I was saying, like, I couldn't even prove that I exist to you, right? So Riley starts to argue against me that, he can prove that I exist because he can see me on my webcam and he can hear me on my mic. And I'm like, what about the astronauts on the ISS who do that? He like didn't get it. He was like he didn't understand. Oh my God, that kid is so stupid.
What does it do? See, when that happens, what happens inside of your brain when you come to this sort of conflict, like opinion? What happened? Because something weird happened to me the other week there. Like in my younger days, Pete, I would have punched a hole in the wall, but I never this time. I restrained myself, but there's something fucking clicked. Something dropped in my mind that was like, this is fucking crazy. This is just fucking crazy. Even with the physician guy, Paul, the Australian guy, like, is it Paul? Whatever his name is?
Yeah, Paul.
He's just as fucking crazy as the rest of them. He's going on every fucking day because the way I see it is that by giving these people a legitimate answer, you're making out that the question's legitimate. I mean, the question was never legitimate in the first place, so they don't even deserve a fucking proper answer.
Those guys are doing like intensive amounts of homework and stuff, and it makes it look like the flat earthers are assigning them homework, and they're like the school children.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. It's crazy.
I don't know why they're doing all that homework. They hang out in Nathan's hangout when he's off air, and they discuss strategies for like how they're gonna argue versus Riley. Like Riley's obviously just like trolling. Like he cannot be serious. You know, he's just
because there's a certain level we think, right, there's this guy, Riley, is either fucking really fucking stupid or he's not that stupid. He's just trolling fucking people. Well, I'm going for the latter. I don't think he's that fucking stupid, Pete. I don't believe that.
It's just like he wants to. He sees himself as this like role in this. It's like a social game, right? Like it's about being cool to the flat Earth community so he can get chicks, I guess. Like some people play guitar, some people flat Earth.
I can't see how this can make you look cool.
Well, I don't know. He was apparently calling up Karen P and trying to get a threesome with her. So it's like if he was doing that, she can't be like the only girl he's hitting up. And if he's doing that, then it's like obviously he's probably in the community just to hit up chicks. So like I don't even really like to.
Do you believe all that? Do you believe Karen B could have been something to do with that? Do you think she could have maybe made him think the wrong thing, and she could have said something in a chat that maybe made him think that, whoa, I've got a chance here for something. You know what the women are like in this P, man? They try and reel you in and they go, oh, he was fucking coming on to me. Maybe she baited him somehow. Is that a possibility? I don't know. Honey trap, like an old honey trap sort of thing. I don't know.
The whole thing is weird, but like a lot of people have hooked up, like Yvette and Snack and Isa and Lady Ganja and other people. So
I heard you saying that Lady Ganja smelled like shit or something.
That's what Yvette told me.
That's brutal, mate. That's brutal. That sounds almost like one of these, like, see when girls fall out with guys and they say they've got small dicks.
She kind of said she was a dirty girl, pretty much on the hangout. She said she liked dirty boys, so I don't know. And then Yvette said Isa told Yvette that she smelled like shit. He was glad she did.
She looked like one of the chicks that like to be hairy. Put it that way. She looked like she was probably quite a hairy chick. You know what I mean? She probably had the hairy armpits and all that shit, man.
That shit doesn't really bother me. Like, I think it's kind of weird. Or beauty standards, like how women have to shave their armpits and their legs. I don't understand why.
You like that? You like the hair?
I mean, I don't know if I like it. I just think it's weird. Like, why is that a beauty? I think it's just weird that that's a standard of beauty, and I think it's kind of weird. Like, a lot of women shave their, like, pubic region nowadays, whatever, because, like, that's, I think
it's probably weird. For porn. It's probably like a porn thing. Like,
yeah, I think it's like I think people are brainwashed, like monkey see, monkey do. I talk about that stuff. So it's like when they see they see people having sex on porn, then they emulate that in real life.
Mm-hmm. So. And same with this. Have you heard of this anal bleaching? It's like anal bleaching. There's a thing called anal bleaching that women go through. It's so they didn't have brown around their bumholes.
But
guys are yucky.
Sorry, Laurie, you shouldn't be upstairs. This is brutal, but it's called anal bleaching, and it comes through the porn industry, where women, because they get shots for that angle, they get their nether regions bleached, so it looks more aesthetically pleasing during filming. So, and a lot of girls are getting it nowadays. It's like, what?
People, like, bleach their teeth, like, because, like, teeth aren't supposed to be, like, perfectly white, right? But
no.
You see that in, like, Hollywood and television, that people have perfectly white teeth. That's what you want. Mm-hmm. So you, like, it's kind of unnatural. But so I just think it's, like, I like natural, I guess. Like, I think God made us perfect or whatever. You know, the human being is a work of art. Don't mess with it, kind of thing, I guess.
So have you got any tattoos or not, Pete?
No, I don't have any body modifications. That's because I don't think, like, I think you're just messing it up. Like, if you're getting a tattoo, it's like the human body is a work of art. Why do you need to put art on? Like you're screwing.
There's a Polish guy at my work, and he's got a crucifix on his neck with a circle around it. And I was thinking, do you know the Bible says not to get tattoos? It's like, it's like true. I'm sure the Bible says not to get, like, markings on the body. It's like,
yeah, it says, like, the body is a temple. You're not supposed to get. I think you're not supposed to get piercings, but women are allowed to pierce their ears. I don't know.
Sorry, guys. 2 minutes. I'm just going.
What was I going to do?
What did he do? Just leave?
Yeah, he just said sorry. 2 minutes. His wife probably.
And then just left. Oh. So where were you wearing that big coat? Is it cold, or are you just showing off your coat?
Yeah, it is really cold. I've been going downtown eating Chinese.
Just make a bowl, guys. So just talk within yourselves.
We'll try. Oh, you're making a bottle. Why'd you make a bottle?
What the hell?
Why have you been harassing me anyway? Why have you been stalking me, Pete?
Me?
What's your problem with me?
I don't know, because you talk shit about me, so.
When?
I don't know. Several times.
Did you not see my Christmas hangout?
Yeah, I saw, like, the end of it.
I tried to say, I forgive you, man. Whatever fucking you say.
Oh, yeah,
I heard that.
I mean, I like to talk shit, so.
Oh, I know what you do, man. I don't know. To be honest, I don't take it to heart. You know I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really mean it, but I think you might be a Mason, because me and Glenn were talking about that last night. We're like, Orphan Red was a Mason with Mark Sargent, and Jed was on Orphan Reds, so we're just connecting the dots. You know?
Women can't be Masons, man. I can't even get the sisters of Sion and shit like that. You get
Eastern Star.
The sisters of Sion. Have you heard of them?
No. They have
like another.
Yeah, it's like Eastern Star. They have like a group for everything. Like they have what Prince Hall Masonry for Black people, you know. So.
Or is it the Brule or what? The fuck
And
is
there's
that?
the Boule is like a fraternal order.
Do you know what? I've noticed quite a lot of boxers and mixed martial artists with that branding on them now. Can the brand that they get? The Omega. Can they get the Omega brand for these fraternities?
Dude, you know that Colin Kaepernick guy?
Uh-huh.
He's a member of the Boule.
Aye?
Yeah. And that's really funny because all these like civil rights activists in history, like Martin Luther King, are members of that, or like
2 minutes, mate. Sorry.
Rosa Parks. Like there was a woman. I've said this on Hangouts before, but yeah, there's a woman before Rosa Parks who refused to give up her seat on the bus, but you don't know about her because she wasn't in the clique. She wasn't part of the Boule.
Really?
Even though she did it first. Yeah. It's like they make their own people the famous ones in history, you know what I'm saying? If you're a part of the fraternal order.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So where you been hiding at?
Me? What do you mean? Like,
where you been hanging out?
Oh, Nathan Oakley's. I guess I hang out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't listen to that. I can't.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. I just troll it.
I can't. Yeah, I can't listen to that.
I don't understand. He gets like 100 viewers. Like,
I don't know how anybody can listen to that.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Nathan Oakley's debate. It's just like one of the only places I can go on and talk.
Okay, that makes sense.
I just killed Jed. I do like how Nathan lets me talk shit about him to his face on his own show. So that's nice of him. I told him I think he's a show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How do you take that?
He thinks it's funny, I guess. Like, he doesn't care.
Oh, gosh.
Or he acts like he doesn't care, I guess. I mean, so many people call him a shill. I'm sure he doesn't.
That's true. That's true. But all that arguing, I can't listen to that. Oh.
I found these other flat earth streams, like this guy named Popcorn. I've never heard of him before.
Yeah. Yep.
He was calling everyone a shill, and then he was watching someone else's hangout who was just like him.
Yes.
And they were talking about me, and I'm like, I don't even know these people. They said I was a shill, like I'm a part of it.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that reminds me. I have to go to another hangout. I got to go to Glenn's when Jed gets back. Yeah, he invited me. He can't come here and not go visit Glenn.
Glenn.
I'm going to go say hi to Glenn. I will. I'll fill my wine glass up and go over there and say hello. But I wanted to say hi to Jed. I haven't talked to him in a year, face to face. So.
Jesus, man! I just nearly died. Can you hear me?
To you too. Where are you? You're in Dakotas?
Yeah, Fargo.
Okay, yeah, it's usually really cold there.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it's really windy, right? So,
right.
Cold plus the wind.
What are you right now? We're hanging out at -4 right now.
Oh, shit.
Can you hear me, guys? Hello? Can you hear me?
But there's no, like, it's really flat here. There's no trees, so it's just -15.
15, really? Yeah. -15 with standing temperature.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought we were cold. You're even colder. Wow. We're -4. You have nice eyes. You know that? Let me see. You have very nice eyes. Look at you. Oh, cute. Oh. Yeah, -15. Oh, you wouldn't want to go outside either. Yeah.
Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hey, Jed.
Hello?
Jed, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pop over to Glenn's. Glenn sent me a hangout
Oh, neighbor.
link, so I'm gonna go say hi to Glenn.
Cool. Cool, Laurie. Nice seeing you again. Thanks for coming in.
You.
Cheers. Pmars nearly killed me with that whiskey, man. Fucking. Actually, I coughed so hard, something happened to my hangout on my phone. I was like, hello? Whiskey coming out my nose, man. Whiskey coming out my fucking nose. Oh. Laurie, cheers.
Talk to you again soon. I hope to see you again soon.
Cheers, Laurie. I'm going to do this more often. I'm going to try and do hangouts and just send the link out.
Yeah.
Cool, but cheers for coming on.
Okay, guys. Happy New Year.
Cheers. Happy New Year to you too. Cheers for coming on. See you later.
Okay.
Right, P. What the fuck happened to my last fucking my globe guy? See the other one? What's happened to him?
I still see it in the chat.
Is he muted?
Yeah, it's muted.
Right. Fuck knows what happened there.
Did it fuck up your phone?
What was that?
Did it fuck up your phone?
Aye, man. I fucking... Oh, shit, and then something happened. I couldn't get back in the fucking chat. I'll try it again, man. So you've stopped drinking? Come on, man. That's bullshit. You can't stop drinking. It thins the blood. It's good for you.
Yeah, I don't really enjoy it anymore.
Because you're not drinking the right way, man.
I get bored, like, I don't have anything to do when I get drunk, so I just, like, go to sleep.
What is it with you, man? It's fucking... What's your existence? It's like fucking poker and what? What the fuck do you do, mate?
Like, troll people.
Oh.
And learn about stuff. I guess.
P, man, there's more to life in that shit. There's more to life in this shit.
I go on a date once in a while.
There's more to life in this shit, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
So, right, P, I want your honest opinion. I was quite good in the flat earth, but what do you think YouTube needs? Like a hangout for certain topics? What do you think this fucking community's begging for? Are they just open for free speech or what? Or certain issues? What do you think? This flat earth is old, man. It's old shit. What do you think should be spoken about right now? And didn't he say fucking Albert Huxley or some shit like that?
I think there's, like, the attack on free speech is going down right now. Political correctness. That's kind of a big issue in my mind.
I was thinking, man, right? Could we not make like a code? Like when we're talking about certain issues, we could like replace the words that they're going to strike us with like code words. So we could speak on Hangouts freely about like certain issues that they're trying to stop us speaking about, but we could use like a code word. Like instead of like trans, we could use like another word completely. Like we could create our own language online, so we can speak freely about this shit, man. Like a code, like some kind of code. What do you think about that? Does that sound a bit fucking outlandish or what? Am I too stoned when I was thinking about that?
It sounds like something a Mason like you would think.
You're fucking...
I mean, I was talking, like, they kind of use social media to shame you or to, like, make you PC. Like, they'll ban your Facebook account if you make inappropriate comments. I don't know, I was, like, commenting on Facebook the other day, and a woman got offended that I used the word retard. Like, it's gone, like, people are crazy sensitive. You can't...
Well, Glenn's wife was calling me a racist because I said that Glenn was an idiot. I said he's only got like a 3rd grade or 6th grade, whatever it is over there, education, and she went, that's racist.
Glenn is an idiot. All he does is like talk about people all the time. Like last night, he was talking shit about cathexis and Tim Ossman about how they're repetitive. And fair enough, but like, it's kind of hard not to be repetitive, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like, he's repetitive. Like, all he does is, like, talk shit about people.
That's one of the hardest things, P, is to be fucking original. Kind of like, it's to use your own fucking character, your own ego, to create your own fucking masterpieces. Like, and a masterpiece, when I say a masterpiece, it could be you are just trolling somebody, but at least you're using your own ego or your own, like, when you hear Glenn talking, he just keeps saying, "Oh, I love the way I love you, and I love the way," and he's got nothing from himself, his own input. It's just what other people have said or other people have done, and I'm tired of people like that. I'm just tired. Glenn was one of the guys that tried to send me emails to fucking go and hunt Nathan Oakley, go and hunt Antonio, fucking all this shit, and I wasn't having any of it. It was like he was trying to shut me down, man. He was wanting me to overstep the line. I like Vlad, but I think Glenn's paranoid. I remember him and his wife actually, man, they were talking about fucking, they had all the flat earth people on a wall with fucking strings. Like fucking, like you can just imagine, like all the photographs of all these flat earthers, ballers, and all these strings going to like fucking like a spider chart, like fucking connecting all these people. This is what he was telling me. They've got this shit on a wall, like fucking connecting people and all that. It's like, what the fuck? That's taking it to another level, mate.
I don't understand, like, how they can think all these people are shills, but the flat earth is still true. Like, if all these people are, like, that are running the whole thing are full of crap, but yet the flat earth is still true. Like, what? There's, like, some disconnect going on there.
It's like pure soup. It's like hyper. I don't know. They just contradict each other so hard. Dell's one of the worst. He's like fucking. He says use empirical evidence. So you go out and you use empirical evidence. You say, right, I can see that boat going over that fucking curve. So you're using empirical. And when you bring it to them and present that, it's like, no, it's a fucking CG. It's a mirage. It's a fucking. You can't win with these people, P, man. That's what I've learned. I've learned this. This is the biggest lesson, is that you can't convince people, globe, flat, fucking anything. All you can do is play on people's emotions. Do they like you? Do they like what you're saying? Does it sound good to them? Does it make them feel good? That's what you need to worry about when you're presenting shit. Does it make people feel nice and warm and cozy? No, is it the truth?
Yeah, Riley was on a hangout with me today, whatever, when we were arguing. He said like there's no empirical evidence for a sphere Earth. And it's just like, how do you even argue with something like that? That's just a ridiculous statement. Like I can't. And then so I tried to attack him, like, cause he'll sit there and say like beliefs are bad, and I'm like, so why are beliefs bad? You know? And here's the thing about beliefs, like. Flat earthers keep doing this. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine where they say, like, there's a difference between knowledge and belief, and it's better to have knowledge than a belief or something like that. But knowledge, you have to start with the belief to get to, like knowledge is a belief still. Like, even if something's 100% fact, like the sky is blue and everyone can see it, and we all agree it's blue, we still have a belief that the sky is blue, even though it's 100% fact. And they sit there and try and act like it's bad to have beliefs, and that's kind of like I think it's nihilistic, and people say it isn't. But when you look at Albert Pike talking about making the nihilists and
the atheists going to attack the religious people.
That's what I see is like these atheist trolls versus these like flat earthers are just these nihilist trolls, and there's other forms of.
And they would destroy each other. Is that what Albert Pike said? That he said they send the atheists and the nihilists and against the religious, and they destroy each other. Some shit like that.
There's like other forms of like nihilism in our society. Like people become really apathetic and like they've lost faith in everything and they don't believe in it. You know, they don't care, and I don't know. It's like that freaking guy who called in the SWAT and got that guy killed for no reason, or just recently or whatever. Like he gave an interview with Keemstar and he tried to act like it wasn't his fault. You know, he's like, oh well, it's debatable whose fault it is. Like you could say it was the guy who gave me the address, or it was the police officer who pulled the trigger. You know, it's like that moral relativity thing. It's like these people. They've totally lost like sense with reality. Like
so Pete,
objective.
Pete, can I ask you a question, mate? Like, what would you say? Would you say that there's a a truth movement? And if there is a truth movement existing on YouTube, where is it and what the fuck does it entail? What are they talking about that's hitting home here? Like, I'm struggling to find any legitimate, proper truth stuff without a wee bit of shit mixed in with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there isn't really a truth movement. It's just like marketing, I guess. Marketing schemes.
So what you're saying is there isn't a truth movement. It doesn't exist.
No, like, people will say things that there'll be truth to things that people say. Like Alex Jones will say some things that are true or something, but there'll be a lot of BS too and a lot of spin. Like, I don't. There are very few people that are being. I don't really see anyone being really honest, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of these researchers, they'll talk about like waking up and the truth and stuff, but then they'll encourage you to use drugs. Well, that's exactly what the CIA was doing to people. So like, why would they be doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and when there's a book out of the Cultural Cold War. I can't remember the woman's name who wrote it, but she's from like Oxford University, and she's really smart. And she compiled all this evidence in this book about the CIA, and they're behind all these like weird artists like Jackson Pollock and all these like authors and stuff back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So if they were doing that back in the day, what would they be doing now? And she was saying they were behind all these like kooky cults and kooky weird ideas. She specifically said that, and this was like back in the day, done research. So like, of course, they're going to be behind like flat Earth and like aliens and hollow Earth and all these like really weird ideas. Like, apparently what they do, she was saying, is that the CIA will just throw all these kooky cults and weird ideas out at like throwing darts at it and see what sticks. Because like, see what sometimes one of the ideas will catch on and get popular, and then they'll have the people in place to control it from the get-go. Something becomes popular that they don't control, they'll infiltrate it, you know, take it over, or like somehow get rid of it, you know. Like, I don't think there's any grassroots anything at all. Like, we live in a very, very controlled society, and like all this, like any idea of freedom really is kind of like an illusion. So.
Well, I kind of seen that with when I was at college. I learned about. Have you heard about the movement Dada, the art movement Dada?
No.
There's this art movement called the Dada movement. And one of the most famous pieces in the Dada movement, you've maybe seen it. It was called, what was it? It was by R. Mutz or something. It was a urinal. It was a urinal saying, "I am not a toilet," or something like that. It was one of these stupid pieces of art. It's like, it was a urinal. And that was like the centerpiece of this movement. And they had like, literacy, acts where they stand up on stage and they would say these rambling like words like ado, gado, and they would just make shit up, and it didn't make sense. But what they were actually protesting, they're rebelling against the natural, the normal old-fashioned style of art. And they're rebelling against that. They were trying to break from that old style of art. And the way I see flat Earth sometimes is like the old dogmatic science, the science that we hear every day, NASA, all this stuff. The flat Earth seems to be this Dada movement trying to break away, even though it's bullshit. Again, they're just trying to break away. It's like an art movement almost. Like it doesn't seem to be based in science or fact. I've realised that now. So to me, it seems to be more like an expression, an artistic expression, like a rebellion against the old ways, like the old styles. They try to break the barriers. Do you know what I mean? I know it sounds. I never articulated myself well because I had a few beers, but it's something like that. I think it's something like that. It's like, do you think that there could be a collapse in Western civilization right now?
Yeah.
Why?
I think that's because they want. I think they want to bring in a new system, so they got to like destroy the old system. Although, like, I think the one world government is already here. They want to get rid of like ideas of like sovereignty and like individuality, and introduce like a socialist state, because with the socialist state they'll have more control. But they're gonna frame it like the socialist state will be for the poor people. You know what I'm saying? So they'll get us to accept it. It'll be a trick, and then to get us in a state where we need to accept this, they'll have to like cause like, I don't know, economic disasters to get maybe a cashless society or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So where do you think VB's kind of standing with this whole feminism thing? I know you kind of agree with some of the things he comes out with. So where do you think can this?
Okay, so like that's what I'm talking about, like the socialist welfare state, right? They've already used that to eliminate the role of the modern man, right? Because the woman can go out there, get knocked up, even if she's not married to the guy. Now she'll get child support and she'll get like welfare from the state. So she doesn't need a man to take care of her child. The state will help her take. Like it used to be back in the day, the woman needed a man. Like if she got knocked up and had a kid, she was screwed. Like how could she take care of a kid and like have enough money and like, you know, wouldn't be.
But what about all the men that go around making women pregnant and don't look after the women? So the women, like, they'll struggle. So if the men don't stand up and look after the women, who else is going to look after them? The government are kind of standing in.
Right. So, but the problem is they've kind of eliminated the role of the man, and they've thrown off the balance in society by doing this.
I think they're trolling us with this pish, mate. I don't think the role of the man is being eliminated. I think they're trying to pretend they're trying to take that away from us. And the more they pretend to try and take that shit away from us, the more we try and grasp onto it. So the more we go backwards, we become like prehistoric men, like the old dinosaurs. I'm sitting in my kitchen smoking cigars and drinking whiskey as a result of the fucking... I don't know, it feels like maybe this is an expression of me trying to be more masculine because of the shit that's coming out. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I think sometimes when they try and push shit on you, you have a more... You reject it even more and you rebel against it even more, and that's what they want. They didn't want pussies in society. They want the men to stand up and be fucking men. So they troll them with this crap, so men are like, fuck you, and they want to be more like men. Because the way I see it, P, is how the fuck can we be war-like nations? America, Britain, France, Europe in general, war nations. We beat up the rest of the world when it comes to wars. So we need armies, we need men, we need people that didn't think like women.
Have you ever heard of the white feather movement in World War One?
A white feather?
Yeah.
No.
So in the UK, like they had women whose men didn't go off to fight in the war wear a white feather to shame their husband or their partner that he wasn't fighting in the war. Mm-hmm. See, like men kind of like, I think, are controlled through, they will do whatever for sex. Like the story of Adam and Eve. Like Eve eats the apple and then convinces Adam to eat the apple. And I think they aim a lot of the propaganda at women, and they control men because they know men will do what women. And once they, like, the propaganda is aimed at women because they also have the children. And like, who's the Joseph Goebbels said, like, first you get the women, then you have the children, so follow the men. So I just think, like, women are, like, really the power in society, and men follow women. And so they would be instrumental into, like, waking people up. But if you notice, like, in a lot of truther communities, it's, like, mostly men, because men have the, like, we have the protective instinct. So when you read about like children being abused, or you read about like 9/11 being an inside job, you want to warn people and protect your society. That's like what the men. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's a lot of men in the truth movement, not a lot of women, which is unfortunate because if we had more women, we would get more men. We would get bigger, or like truth would become more popular. But it's like.
So what about when we were growing up, P? What about back in the 90s when we were watching these films like Rambo and fucking Predator and fucking all these films that they kind of put the muscular, dumb, warlike man on a pedestal? Like, what's changed since then? Like, why Like, why back then they would promote the man that would chew on the cigar and shoot gooks, as they called them back in the films or whatever, like fucking for fun, and stack them up as sandbags, as Clint Eastwood said in one of his movies. Again, like, what happened to their days? Like, were they pushing masculinism back in their days with the Clint Eastwoods and, you know, Arnold Schwarzeneggers, and suddenly they're pushing, like, what was their agenda back then if they're trying to push the whole feminism now? What was the agenda back then? Because it didn't seem the same as what's happening now.
I'm guessing, I don't know, just speculate, maybe like they were targeting that at the people that were meant to go off to Iraq 1 and 2 or something, and now like they're rolling in this like gay agenda, hermaphrodite agenda or something. Like, I think apparently from what like the goal is, like the ultimate goal is this perfected slave who's like a hermaphrodite, is what these like Freemason New Ager people like this video I saw was saying. I don't know, it kind of made sense. So
what was going on in the 90s then? Was this hermaphrodite idea not in? Like, was the whole Arnie Rambo thing like the thing? Like, why all of a sudden like the change?
The 90s you started seeing a lot of the gay stuff. You saw like My So-Called Life had a gay character. Like MTV's The Real World had that gay character who died of AIDS.
Freddie Mercury, I suppose there was a big thing about Freddie back in the 90s.
Like a lot, you notice like in Hollywood, like a lot of the jokes are like gay jokes. That's like predictive programming. Like, oh.
So what about the symbolism we see when it comes to like the obelisks, the pine cones, all these phallus like symbols? Because we know that, like, I know that Pete Shear likes to go around with the pine cone and say it's the pineal. You hear a lot of New Agers say, oh, the pine cone means the third eye and the pineal glands and fucking all this crap, but it's not. It actually means the penis. Pinus is the scientific name for the pine cone, the pinus. And the Druids back in ancient Britain used to go around with a staff with a pine cone on the top. The Druids. And this was a male phallic symbol. This was like the male at the end of the day. And at the Vatican, you've got the pine cone, you've got the obelisk, you've got all these male phallic symbols everywhere. So it's like there still is a big male thing going on. Like why suddenly female? They've always pushed male for as I said before, they've pushed the male for so long. Why suddenly they got to change to the female?
To basically, I think it's to upset the balances of normalcy. Like it's an attack on the family unit, and it's making things. This is the time of change, the age of Aquarius. So in order to get people to accept changes, they destroy what was normal, and a big part of that is destroying the family unit, and that's why you get that stuff.
I do believe that the family unit has been attacked, but I don't see how pushing feminism or pushing masculinity, like, I don't know, it's like it's always been pushed one way or another.
Like the bathroom issue, like the fact that we're debating about having like 3 bathrooms, like that's just changing everything we've known as normal. And once you've lost a sense of what's normal, then you're open to change. Mm-hmm. And they can bring in the microchips and the test tube babies or what? Who the fuck knows what agenda? All this stuff in Agenda 21, and they write about what they want for the future. Like they want, I know in Agenda 21. They want us no private transportation, so no one's going to be having a car. You're not be allowed to eat meat. I think they're going to end owning private property. Even it's going to be really socialist. Like there won't be jobs. It's like crazy shit.
There won't be jobs.
Yeah, they're gonna get rid of jobs, and they're gonna just have people basically get a allowance from the government. Like you'll get $400 or whatever a month, and then if you don't spend all the 400, it goes back to 400 in your account, so you can't even save money.
But how would how could a society function without people working?
I don't know, because we'll have robots and stuff. I guess.
So I take it that us, by going to war with all these Middle Eastern countries and taking their shit, could give us a luxury being on like social benefits for the rest of our life, sort of thing.
I think I'm not.
Like, if we stopped attacking these countries and these wars, would we have to actually start working again properly?
Well, they've kind of like they've moved the industry to China, and we have like service economies now, and then they're gonna end the service economy, and then what do we go to, like a post service economy, or like we go into austerity, I think, or something.
You can't possibly think that China is separate from us when it comes to like global economic, geopolitical stuff. I think China is still owned by Britain. I know we gave them their sovereignty in 1960, was it 1968 or something? I think we gave China back Britain, but I don't think they've gave them it completely back. They've still had people there in place. I think China is just a bigger part as Britain, America, and same with Russia. They keep making out Russia and China are these enemies, and I think they're just a bigger part as us, as America is to Britain. Like, the way America is to Britain, I think China is just a bigger part.
Yeah, they divide the world into like separate areas. Like, China's the industrial area, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then like an area like Canada, they have really tight environmental laws, really clean water. Like, you can't pollute shit in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So they have clean water in Canada, right? So what they can do is, like, if China doesn't fall in, China needs Canada's clean water because China's industry is like polluting all their water. And so if China doesn't like agree to whatever the New World Order wants, they go, you're not getting water from Canada. Or like if Canada doesn't order, they say you're not getting like computers and TVs from China. So they're separating where things are produced and sectioning things off, and then they can control us. Like, if we don't follow the line, they make us dependent.
Does Canada own their own water supply, or have they got private companies like controlling?
Yeah, that's what they do when they go into a third world country with these like corporations. They take over like a dam, and then they own the water, they own the electricity, and they got this country by the balls, and they're charging interest on their loans, and like this is why the world doesn't like America anymore, because we're totally fucking them over. But they're propagandize the people in America, so we don't realize that we're evil, you know. We think we're like the good guys.
I know, but sometimes, like, see, when I was younger, P, I used to think to myself, this is outrageous. We shouldn't be doing this to people. We shouldn't be stealing their resources. We shouldn't be at war. We shouldn't be doing this. We should. And I was a lot more liberal when I was younger. I was. But see, the older I get, I've got more pragmatic, and I start thinking to myself, well, if we weren't doing it to them, would they be doing it to us?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's kind of like we're living in this illusion. Like, we don't need to be fucking people over. Like, we have everything in our countries, our own places that we need. Like, you don't need to go into a third world country. And third world countries have all the natural resources they need. It's like...
Oh, but if you look at the past, like, if you look at, like, certain... Just say, like, the Persians or the Mongol Empire... I think, like, our governments have learned from these sort of alien countries that if they get too big for their own boots, they can conquer fucking half the world. Like the Persian Empire, the Mongolians, like the Genghis Khan era. Like, if you let these people get too big for their boots, they will fucking conquer most of the world. And I think the Western, it's like one of these things, it's like a catch-22. It's like you don't want to do it, but you have to. It's like you have to. Because they will do it to you. You know what I mean? Like I think it's human nature to want to take resources to protect their own people. And the more people you gather, the more resources you need. So you start expanding. And the more you expand, the more you're going to come in conflict with other peoples and their lands. So I think we're just done it better than the rest of them. I think if they had the opportunity, they would have done it to us, man. And maybe even more brutal. So you've got to look at it pragmatically as well. We can't be too liberal and go, we should be giving them this. And maybe in a way we should be kicking their ass because they'd be kicking our ass if we weren't doing it, sort of thing. I know it sounds brutal and I know it sounds Masonic or whatever you want to say. It's the kind of thing a Freemason would say. But the older I've got, man, the more pragmatic I look at it. And it's like, again, if we, like, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you on Google fucking live streams with this Mac if it wasn't for us kicking these people's asses. If it was them kicking our asses, I'd be sitting with a fucking shell of a flat with probably struggling for food. So when you look at like a pragmatic way, like, I know it's hard not to look at morally. You want to look at it like in a moral sense, but pragmatically, like looking at it with a, it's like if it's no them, it's us. It's sort of thing. It's brutal to say, but what do you think, man? Was that just bullshit?
I kind of think it is us. Like, I think, like, say, like, we go to war with Iraq. I don't get any benefit from it. Like, Halliburton gets the benefits, you know? So, we're not gaining any of the rewards from going into these countries and fucking these people over. And, like, our leaders are psychopaths that are doing this shit, and they're going to do the same shit to us. You know, they would stab us, and they don't care about us. So that's why I'm like against them, because I don't know the answers though, but I think this book has a lot of answers that I was going to look at, read, or there's an audio, it's on a YouTube audiobook, Political Ponerology. Ponerology is the study of evil, and it's all about these governments and how they operate, and these psychopaths who like run things and make decisions. And I guess Zbigniew Brzezinski, he told the author that it was like a really good book and he was going to get it published, but then tried to keep it from getting published, and it got published through this like Canadian truther publishing company called Red Pill Press or something. So I think that's kind of interesting that it seemed like it tried to be suppressed. But I looked at some of the cliff notes of that book, and it looked like it had some like decent solutions for the problems we're in. So I don't know, could probably better answer your question after I read that. But
I just kind of look at history, P, to kind of try and figure out the future. It's like, to me, for some reason, history repeats itself. You can see the same patterns and the same shit. And when I look back in history and you look at that Persian Empire, mate, that was a big ass empire, and they actually went as far into Europe as Spain. Spain was a Islamic country for 200 years, mate, maybe longer. Spain was an Islamic fucking country. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Well, Spain was an Islamic fucking country until Charlemagne, I think he was a ruler of France. He fought the Islamic, I think it was Salomon, and he's, or it could be, was it Salomon? I think it was Salomon, and like beat them back, sort of thing. But we could have been living in a Islamic kind of world if it wasn't for that time and period. And sometimes I think that the rulers that we have right now look back at their ancestors and think, right, if we let the Persians do this, they'll do what they've done in the past and take more and more and more and more until they're breaching like Europe and Britain and shit. So we need to beat them back, because we learnt in history that these people will do this. And like I said, Pmars, the Persian Empire spread as far as France and actually got into Spain. You had the Moors. There's still the Moorish. You can find Moorish remnants in the south of Spain that still is Islamic. Like a lot of like the famous tennis player Miguel Nadal. Nadal is actually an Islamic name. It's his ancestors were Persians that bashed into Spain. That's why they're dark. Real Spanish were more European and blonde and white and red-haired and shit like that. They were darker tanned, obviously, but they weren't as dark as they are until the Persians. Like, the darkness of Spain is really because of the Persian Empire getting so far until Charlemagne beat them back into the Middle East again. But I think that the powers that be today look back in history and go, right, we can't let that happen, so we need to just keep beating them and beating them and beating them. And this is why you see all these wars in the Middle East. It just keeps those countries at a primitive level that they can't compete with us, with the technology and the weapons and the warfare. And the way I see it is we're not doing it just for the sake of doing it. I think we're doing it because in history that if we let them get bigger, they will take over us. So What do you think about that?
No, don't you think, like, at the top, though, like, the Catholics and the Islamic people kind of, like...
The same. They're practically the same.
Yeah.
They're practically the same. I went to there's not many Catholic churches left in Edinburgh because a lot of them got burned during the Reformation. But there's one called I think it's St James's. No, is it St Mary? St Mary's, sorry. It's called St Mary's. It's in the middle. I went there, and there was actually Muslims there during the procession, the ceremony. There was actually Muslims like standing there. So
I saw an interesting take on like these wars in Iraq and the Middle East, just saying like they're trying to eliminate certain bloodlines and they're targeting certain ethnic groups.
Maybe
that was like an interesting possibility.
Maybe it is, man. Maybe it is.
I don't know.
But I think some of these, the way I look at it is like Syria. That, what's his name? Assad.
Yeah, because we know that they're into eugenics. Because they're like, they used to be into like more open about it until Nazi Germany happened.
And it was a taboo to say, okay, if you talk about genetics, there's a bit of taboo nowadays. Like, even myself, like doing my genetics, I find it exciting to find it because I think it's important to know your history and to know your background and shit like that. And I find myself getting this sort of rejection for, I don't know, it's like you want to know your genetics, you must be a fucking Nazi or fucking a white supremacist or some shit like that. And it's not like that. It's like, I think it's really important to know your background, your where you came from, even for a health perspective. You could have diseases and hereditary stuff that because of your genetics you've got. So it's interesting to always have a look at it. I don't see it as this evil thing, genes.
It's not evil, but it's just like the idea that some genes are better than other genes is.
No one ever said that though. No one ever said that.
But that's where it leads to, or that's what happened in Nazi Germany.
Oh, definitely. I like difference, man. I'd hate the whole world to be white, man. I'd hate that. I love the fact that there is so many different races, there is so many different colours, and I think it's cool that I can go and get an Indian and experience different cultures. I think that's cool. I'd hate to go into a sweet shop and all the sweets were the same. I'd fucking hate that. I like variety. I like difference. I embrace it. And I was hoping that I would be maybe a wee bit different for everybody else in this country. You know what I mean? That's kind of why you hope that you're maybe got a wee bit exotic in you. But I'm just another Brit.
Yeah, the more diversity in the gene pool, like the more likely the species will survive because they can adapt to different change. Because you never know, like how circumstances change and how things change over time, and it's better to have more differences and more likely like someone will be suited to adapt to the changes, I guess.
It's like mongrels. It's like dogs.
And then it's like the problem is like who's to decide what are the best genes and all that too. Like that's what you're gonna rely on imperfect people to decide what's perfect.
I suppose it comes down to your environment, really. If you're living in fucking a desert, you're not going to have white skin and fucking blonde hair. You want to have black hair to protect your skull for the heat, and you want to have black skin, like whatever it is. Like you want to have the best genes that suits your environment. If I'm living in a cold environment with hardly any sun, well, I didn't want to be a black guy. I didn't want to have like black melanin in my skin. I want to have skin that's efficient. So genes aren't superior to each other. It just depends what environment that gene is in that makes it superior. Like black genes are more superior than white genes when it comes to heat and deserts and shit like that, and hot, and when it comes to sprinting and running and shit like that, black people have got the edge. When it comes to white people, they can survive better in colder conditions, less sunshine. They're stronger. If you look at the world's strongest men, most world's strongest men are Eastern European or white dudes. You know what I mean? You find that the white dudes are stronger. So we've got like qualities on both sides. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's like, and the way I see it, mongrel dogs dogs that are mongrels are the best breeds because they live longer. They usually take the best attributes of both types they breed. Like they'll take the best parts of the breeds rather than the bad parts, just through evolution. So it's not a racial or a. I think it's interesting. I really am fascinated with it. And it's not because I'm a fucking Mason. It's because it's just something that interests me. It's like Dale says. It's like I want to know where we are, meaning the flat Earth, and I want to know who we are.
Adaptation, not evolution. I think, right?
I suppose adapting to the environment. Aye.
You know what's funny is like Charles Darwin or whatever. He was inbred. You're talking about like mongrel dogs have better genetics and stuff, which is true. Like they have better immune systems.
Yep.
But like, yeah, Darwin, he was interbred with the Wedgwood family, and like his kids were all like invalid and and sterile, and like they had all sorts of genetic issues because of it. So it's funny, like the head of evolution or whatever, like had genetic problems with his kids because he was inbred.
Well, they say that the pedigree dogs are like the Mongol dogs, because it's like they're so well bred that they've got so many genetic faults. It's the diseases, the back legs go. I had a Labrador. He was a brilliant dog, but he was simple and he was just beautiful looking, but he was just a simple badly kind of. You need to mix it up a bit. You do need to mix it up a bit. You do. And even, it doesn't mean that you have to go black on white and black on Chinese and whatever. I don't mean totally mixed races, but you need to go expand, like East and Western Europe at least. You can't keep breeding within the same community. You need to mix it up. So you can never be biased over your own genetics, because eventually, if you stay that way, you'll turn into a Mongol, like the pedigree dogs eventually. I think that's what happened to the royals, like the whole Humpty Dumpty story sat on a wall. I think that's a story about a king or a prince that was born, and he was so like disabled, and they just like pushed him off a wall to kill him because they didn't want the royal line to fall on someone that was disabled.
It's interesting that the royals inbreed, but then they like tell us that it's bad to inbreed. And I'm not saying it. I mean, it's obviously it seems like there's some medical evidence that it is bad to inbreed, but like, it's just weird to me. Like, why would they do something if it's bad and then tell us it's bad? You know, I don't know.
I think they had to they couldn't keep inbreeding. I think they had to Yeah,
every once in a while they have to introduce like a new something, but they really try and keep these bloodlines pure. It's like, why are they doing that? And I don't know. Then you get back into the ancient alien speculation and stuff like that. And like, who's that? Some people do those hangouts that are obsessed with like blood types and stuff.
Is it HR or some shit like that? Is it HR gene or some shit like that? Fuck knows, man.
Something weird.
I'm sure it's like a royal gene. It's like one of these royal genes.
I don't know, man. It's so weird how humans evolved. Like, I think it's weird that like Asian people have slanty eyes. It's like, what the hell? Like, why did that evolve? You know?
But isn't it that they've got slanty eyes, P? They've actually just got a piece of skin. It's a piece of skin that's like webbed. Really? It's actually like a web. It's not that they've got slanty eyes, it's that they've got a web of skin just there in the inside. And it makes it look like their eyes slant, but it's just webbed.
I didn't know that. I've like dated Asian girls.
I used to go to one in the high school. Our family owned a Chinese. It was brilliant. You could get free chips and chicken curry sauce and all that shit. I think that's why I went with her, really, just to get the free Chinese meals, because her uncle and it was our family. I think it was her uncle. We're called the Golden Hose. So, mate, what's your plans for 2018? Have you got any New Year's resolutions or fucking anything like that?
I'd like to quit smoking. That's about it.
I've had that in my mind as well, man. Quitting smoking.
Be able to do that. I've done pretty good though, like quitting drinking, getting my diet better, and exercising. So I'm already on top of the New Year's resolutions, right?
That's good, man. That's good.
That's what everyone makes a resolution to do. That shit.
I think getting exercise is always a good thing, man.
Yeah.
I didn't mean going to the gym, man. Just going for a fucking walk. Actually going for a walk's good for the mind as well. It clears the mind. It's good, man.
Especially when it's -20. Really
fucking hell. What's your power bills like, man? How do you warm your flat? Your apartment?
It's like in the monthly rent or whatever, so I don't have to pay it. So that's awesome.
Was it you go gas or what? Electricity?
Just had like this electric wall heater thing. I don't know.
Is it
I usually just like dress. If I get cold, I usually just put on clothes. But yeah, we have this. I just have like a wall heater, like electric thing. I think.
Did you hear what me and Laurie were talking about with the food and shit earlier?
No, what'd you say?
Glenn's wife put a video up, and in Canada they charge $1 a potato.
What the fuck?
$1 a potato. Does that sound normal to you, man? Like we get charged by the pound.
Yeah, we get charged by the pound. I think I get like 6 potatoes for like $3 or $4 or something like that.
That's still quite expensive, actually, man. Fucking hell.
I don't know what I pay for potatoes. I should check. I've been eating a lot of potatoes.
Right, so when you go back in Nathan Oakley's?
I went on today. I like just trolled them. I don't know. I like arguing with the ballers because I don't like talking to Riley or Oakley really.
Oh, some of the ballers, they my fucking. See that Rumpus guy, man? Oh, God. I want to punch that guy in the face. I hate Rumpus worse than any of the fucking flat earthers, to be honest with you.
Cathexis was really like enjoying me rail into Rumpus. I owned him pretty good.
But the guy even argues with ballers. Listen to me. I have to say this. And it's like, fucking hell, man.
What type of accent does he have? Does he have some upper class accent?
Aye. That's like a southern. That's like London. That's maybe close to Nathan Oakley sort of shit. In that sort of area.
You know how you can like go on the line and look up a word and then play it, like an audio of like someone saying the word.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing that whenever he was talking with words. I was feeling like arrogant, pretentious.
Oh, he's annoying, man. That's kind of. I seen the whole
snobbish.
I hate snobs, man. I fucking hate snobs, man. Like I do a lot of jokes for snob. I don't care how you think I'm a Freemason, because to me, Freemasons over here are usually quite snobbish. To be honest with you. They're usually in the higher classes. Like, I'm sitting in a fucking council estate, mate, and you think I'm a Freemason. It just sounds ridiculous. Honestly, mate. If anything, Dell. I ken Dell's a fucking working class boy, but he's covered in that shit, man. What's that?
Yeah, he's covered in those occult tattoos, and people are calling him a Satanist and stuff.
Pete, I made a video about that over a year ago, and now fucking that Brian from The Truth Will Set You Free and MGTV, they're running with it. Oh, Dell's got tattoos. I was like, I fucking pointed this out over a year ago, and they couldn't listen. Nobody listened.
It's like they're stupid. I don't know why they don't get it. Like, IPS is a admitted Freemason, and they still follow him, and like Cathexis defends him, and Cathexis defends Masonry and stuff, and he's always talking about white hats and like there's good people in secret societies trying to help us. Like, give me a fucking break, dude. Like, good people like don't do shit. Like, good people just get married and have a family. They don't think about these psychopaths that are like running shit. Like, the people who get in power, they get in power because they like step on other people. That's how like the system's designed for these evil fucks to kind of like rise to the top. So that's why we have these problems. It's because they're fucking with us.
Well, sometimes I think that when people like Anthony Riley or Nathan Oakley, when they're doing something like Flat Earth, if they are part of some kind of Masonic group, well, they see it as they're actually trying to teach us a lesson. The Earth in their minds, the Earth's really a globe, but they're putting us through a process of making us learn. You know what I mean? And this is their Masonic ways that they're pushing us. They're actually pushing us to go and research whether the Earth is flat or no. I mean, and they know the Earth's not flat, but because they're Masons and they're meant to bring enlightenment and all this shit by pretending they're flat Earth, are they not trying to invoke or make you actually research shit they want you to research? If they told you go and look at a globe Earth, you probably wouldn't do it. But if they start saying flat Earth, flat Earth, flat Earth, you're going to go away and try and prove the Earth's a globe, sort of thing. And to me, that seems like the kind of opposite, like the way Masons work. They want to enlighten people, and even though we see it as evil, they might see good in it somehow because they're teaching us some kind of fucking weird sadistic lesson. I mean, it's like by pushing us in the flat Earth, we're learning, and Masons seem to think that learning is the best thing and enlightening people. So I know it sounds complex, but I'm sure there's a lot of reverse psychology going on here. Like, we think they're trying to push something on us when really it's the opposite. And because we know it's the opposite, we'll start acting the opposite. And that's what they want. It's fucked up. It's like chess. It's like chess. It's like chess and playing like a couple of steps ahead. You know what they're going to play, so you're going to, your next shot is apprehending their next shot. You're sort of waiting for it, and you know the next shot move they're going to play, so you're already making your next move. You know what I mean? So like with this tranny agenda, sometimes I think where we're war nations, we didn't want armies full of trannies. So if anything, they're trying to push this trans shit on us, so men go, fuck you, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to get more muscular, watch more Arnie films, go to the army, because they're pushing this shit on us. So it's like a rejection, and they know we'll reject it as natural human beings. We're not going to embrace tranny, again, because we're human, we're natural. We're going to reject it, and reject it maybe even harder than before, and become even more like men. Sometimes I think it's a reverse psychology. We think they're pushing an agenda, but actually they want the opposite. But they want the illusion that they're pushing that agenda. So you fight against it, but by taking a side and fighting against it, that's the side they want you on. It's fucked up. I know. It's like so many levels deep.
Yeah, Alan Watt said, like, if there's two groups and they're both like trying to get you to join their group, run away from both of them because you're going to get used. Mm-hmm. And that pretty much sums it up.
Yep. Because I didn't see why. What would benefit Western civilization to have men that are feminized? We couldn't fight wars. We couldn't breed. We couldn't like everything's going to deteriorate. So why would they want to push this on us? What benefits the elites to push this kind of fucking agenda on us? What's the benefit? Surely they don't want their kids turning into fucking trannies. Again, what's the benefit? Unless they do want us to reject trannyism or transism or what the fuck it is, actually be a wee bit more racist, be a wee bit more chauvinistic, be a wee bit more anti-feminist, and then join the fucking army and fight these Muslims. Maybe that's what they really want, so they push all the anti-shit, like, oh, get some more immigrants in your country. Fuck you, I'm joining the army. Again, we're going to push more immigrants into your country from Syria. Are you fuck? I'm joining the army. We're going to push gay stuff on you. I'm a fuck. I'm going to shag more women than ever. It's like, the more shit they push on you, the more the natural man, the normal guy like me or you, is going to reject it. And we could be liberal, straight, normal guys, and after these agendas being pushed on us, we find ourselves being more extreme right, more racist, more and maybe that's what they want. It's like another level. It's you think they want to push trannyism on you and all this other shit, but really they know you're going to reject it and fight it because it's a natural thing to fight unnatural stuff. So, and that's what they want. They want you to fight it and be even harder and grip onto shit harder. It's like, It's like I have to observe my own emotions to see how they're pushing my buttons, to see what they're doing to me. I have to like step outside myself like a third person and see what they're doing to me. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Maybe it isn't a tranny agenda. Maybe they want guys to be more warlike, more manly-like. Because the more I see it, there's a fad, there's a gym fad. Guys are walking around built like brick shithousers outside, mate. Built like brick shithousers, steroids, fucking, they're into UFC. Kind of a lot of guys out there, man, they're fucking brick shithouses. When I was younger, there was one of us that done the weights. The rest of us were like little fucking, there was one of us that done the weights. Nowadays, everyone's doing the weights. Everyone's at the gym. Everyone's fucking flexing the muscles. And it's, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. They, well, like, you look at like the young male stars, they're like more effeminate, like the rock star or the music stars today.
But only the women like them. Young guys are like, hate them. You usually find that like Justin Bieber, we'll use him as an example. All the women love him, but all the young guys are like, he's a little fucking dick, I want to punch fuck him. And like, they don't know what you aspire to be him.
If the women like them, the guy will emulate him. So the women will like the guy. And like, I've heard a guy like talk about how he would emulate kind of being an asshole because girls like go for the asshole guys, and like eventually he would like emulate being an asshole so much he eventually like just would become one. I don't know.
I know, but like it's like to emulate them is like, well, not every guy can be fucking Justin Timberlake or Justin Bieber. Not every man can emulate fucking that.
No.
So a lot of people, most men will resent that. If most men have to emulate that, most men will resent that. It's like, I'm not small, blonde, little boy. Most men are big dudes or whatever. Most men aren't Justin Bieber.
Like, going to the clubs, those are the guys who are like, they're going to the gym and getting ripped and they're putting like frost and shit in their hair and they're trying to look like fucking hot to get laid, pretty much. I guess it's just like the culture, like it's like this competition to get laid, and like it used to be guys didn't really have to like look good to get laid. It was more about their job or something, or their money. I don't know the way they taught. But like now, it's like men are just sort of like objectified physically, just like women.
Right. See, so right. If men are supposed to be getting more feminized and we're, the powers that be are trying to make men more like fucking pansies, right? What about the women? What are the women looking for nowadays? Women aren't looking for fucking pansies.
No, well, Alan Watt, I always bring it up because I listen to him all the time, but he said they brainwash women or whatever to kind of be controlling and boss men around. They did that knowing that if a man lets a woman kind of control him and boss him around, the woman won't respect him because deep down, like, the woman wants the man to kind of take charge.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So they made women be bossy towards their men, so they wouldn't ever be happy in any relationship. You see the brilliance there? It's a part of like Attack on the Family.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know growing up, like in my own personal family, like my parents didn't get along at all. We were always fighting and definitely seemed really fucking weird and fucked up and like unnatural, and it caused like problems with me and my sister like mentally and shit. So like,
well, P, I grew up with I grew up with a single mother. Yeah. Like I grew up single mother right up to the age of 14, and then she died. My mum died when she was 14, so I had no parents at all at the age of 14. I had a single mother up to 14, and then no parents at fucking 14. I mean, and look at the way I've turned out. I'm not turned out into some fucking mummy's boy or fucking whatever. And it's, I don't know. I've not needed a father figure to like make me the man I am today. To be honest, to be the man I am today, I've learned from the mistakes, the men that have been involved with my mum and shit in the past. Like, men fucking off with my mum. Like, I know not to do that, so I'm a good dad, in a way. You know what I mean? It's like, I do the opposite of what was done, and I feel I'm a good dad, or a good man for it, if I do the opposite of what the men have done in my mum's life, kind of thing. And that's how I've learned. I've learned from like my mates' dads. I've watched my mates' dad. I've worked in men environments. Like I tried to join the army when I was younger, and I've been working amongst like this men tribal environments, like removal men. Like we lift furniture. We try and see who can lift the most. And it's a competitive masculine environment where people are trying to be stronger than each other and shit like that. So I've kind of learned to be my own man without needing a man to base. Kind of, I used to look at Arnie and wish he was my dad. You know what I mean? It's like shit like that. How pathetic's that? I used to look at Arnie and wish he was my dad when I was a kid. Shit like that. And this is, and I can't say that men turn gay because they've been brought up by women or shit like that, because I was brought up, I had a sister and my mum. That was it. Me, my mum and my sister. And then my mum died and I had to live with my granny. You know what I mean? It's like, so I've never had a solid male figure in my life at all. But I still feel I'm a solid male figure in my kids' lives and my missus' life. I feel like I'm a solid male figure in their lives, even though I never had that. And I never had anything to really go by. It kind of comes naturally in a way as well, somehow. What do you think after my shitty rambles?
I guess like not everyone's the same, but I think most people kind of like emulate their parents, I guess, and like they learn how to treat their partner based on how their parents like treat their partner. And like I don't know, I think in your case maybe you were okay growing up without a father, and like I guess when you lost your mom, like you had to go through, you kind of had to grow up by yourself really when you're 14. So that's like pretty hard. And that's
so that pubescent age, that weird age where you're fucking everywhere, man.
I guess when people experience crap in life, they can either go like two directions, right? They can make them stronger, or they could go the other path, and it could lead them to like drugs. You could have wound up being a prostitute or something.
Oh, yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly.
So
exactly.
I think it would ultimately be best to like, if you're from a healthy relationship, or like you witnessed a healthy relationship growing up, then you could probably have more healthy relationships as an adult for most people. And like I know like they say that people who are abused growing up turn out to abuse other children. So I really think there's something to like how you're.
I don't know. I've never understood that. I never understood how these guys or these men that abuse children say, I do it because this happened to me when I was a kid. And the way I see it is, well, when that happened to you when you were a kid, did you feel good when that was happening to you? Why would you want to put that on another person? Kind of like, did you not learn a lesson from the abuser here that you didn't like that? And why would you want to put that on somebody else? So, like I said, learn from the opposite. If you didn't like what someone was doing to you, when you grow up, do the opposite of that, and I'm sure they'll like it. I mean, don't abuse people. Do the opposite, because you've learned that abuse is bad and you didn't enjoy it. Unless you enjoyed the abuse, you think you can give the abuse to other people and they'll enjoy it somehow. That's the only sadistic way I can think that people, I was abused, so it's alright to abuse other people. No, you were abused when you were younger and you probably didn't like it. So why did you continue it? Like, you knew you didn't like it, so why do you think other people would like it? Do you know what I mean? I didn't think that's a good excuse.
Like, because you said, like, you saw how your mom's partners or whatever treated her, and you learned from that. Like, so, like, I think, like, I wouldn't treat my kids like my parents treated me. I think I would learn from their mistakes, I would hope. Maybe, I don't know, it's easy to say that, not being a parent, but, like, then there's people like Kevin Spacey, though, who, like, if you read about what happened to him, he had a really abusive father, and I guess when he got older, he thought it was like okay behavior. I don't know, like some people are just different mentally, and if they get abused as kids, then they think it's okay when they grow. I don't know.
I don't know. Like even if at the time they thought it was okay, but as they get older, they would have realised, wait a minute, something really wrong happened to me when I was younger, and someone took advantage of me. Kind of like an older person, that this is wrong. And even if they didn't realise at the time that what was happening to them was abuse, later on in life they would realise that what they experienced was abuse, and they shouldn't really do it to other people. I don't know how they can justify it that way, like, because they were abused. It's like, I can't see the logic in it, mate. I can't see the logic in it. I think if if I got tortured, I wouldn't go around torturing people because I got tortured. I mean, if I got tortured, I know I've been through the experience and through the pain and through the suffering, and I wouldn't want to put anyone else through that pain or suffering. So it's like, I wouldn't want to repeat that on someone else because I've been through it. And it's like these paedophiles, I don't understand where the logic comes from, where because they've been abused, they want to abuse other people. It's like, that doesn't even fucking wash with me.
Test Vision says now it's pedo talk, stabbing pet snack.
Yeah, I'm going to the urination station. I'll be back in a sec. If you're still there.
Candy. You think those are Jed's baby's toys, or are those Jed's toys? Is that his sex chair? Is that a baby chair for feeding a baby, or is it a sex chair for Jed? I think that's a sex swinger chair. On the left thing. Jed's a Mason. Jed's a shill. We need to expose him. Jed gone for a wank. Hope he's not wanking in the baby's room. He's gonna go teach his children. He's gonna do bad in front of his children, so his children will learn not to do that. Oh shit.
Well, back.
Working it. Shout out to Test Vision.
What's he saying?
To D-Truth. He said he went for a wank.
I got that a couple of times when I went for a break with Orphan Red. I seen in the chat he's away for another wank. I thought my hanging with Orphan Red went good, man.
Oh, I can't stand her.
Why?
The laugh and the pseudoscience. She's like a female Anthony Riley.
You trying to say you wouldn't? You trying to say you wouldn't? Wouldn't means wouldn't. You trying to say you wouldn't?
I usually go for hair, like the opposite body type of hers.
What, skinny?
With small boobs.
No way. How you make you feed the kids?
I don't know.
Because you're all anti-vaccine and anti-fake breast milk and all that shit, you know?
The kids can suck on my titties.
Your balls, Milik.
So, I got a funny story.
They tell me.
A message. I sent Candy Franklin a picture. Like, you know, when I came on the Hangout all bundled up in my coat, I sent her. I took a picture where I was wearing like all my gear. It was all, and I sent it to her. And then she sent me a picture of her. Like, she took a selfie and sent it to me. I'm like, what the fuck? And
what was it?
She took a selfie and sent it to me.
Just standing there, like, just fully clothed and shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she goes, why are you being all nice to me? And I said, I need money. And she got all offended. Dude, and then she wrote this huge message to me, like her whole life story, and she said all this shit. Like, she said, my relationship with Vinny was real, and I got $2,500 from him. $2,500. But then our relationship ended for personal reasons, but it was real. I didn't just scam him for money.
Fuck's sake, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. How many people are in Flat Earth that have one leg?
3. Or 4. I think.
Right, Peg Leg. Remember him? Peg Leg?
No, I don't remember him.
No, remember Peg Leg? Oh, for fuck's sake. English guy. Then there was... Is Poncho Pete got one leg? No, he's not. Nah, it's Vinny, yeah.
He's just got a fucked up foot. Actually, he was...
Rory McFizz?
Yeah, Rory McFizz. And Pete Shea.
I'm sure there's someone else, man.
Vinny was running on his stream tonight, though, so I guess his leg's back.
I've noticed he's not really getting many. Is he still with Poncho?
I don't know what
they still a team. I thought Poncho was like living with Vinny or some shit in another room.
I think that Vinny visited Poncho. Or maybe Poncho visited Vinny.
I'm going to roll a stick, man. I'm going to roll a stick. Sick of smoking cigarettes all night, man. I've got a cigar here, man. I didn't even finish it. It wasn't that nice, to be honest with you.
You ever smoked a Cuban?
Aye, man. Smoke them all the time. Have you?
When I was a kid, when I was a little kid, I did.
It's contraband over there, eh?
Yeah, my friend's dad was like rich, and he's part of this cigar club, and he got a Cuban. My friend stole it, and we smoked it at a concert. It was awesome.
This one here is a Honduran. This is a Honduran fella, but I think I've got a Cuban somewhere, man. Where?
I suppose it's not like illegal there, is it?
No. It was just the whole Cuba thing with America, yeah.
It's like a chic thing in America.
There we go. Look, there's a Cuban, man. That's a Por Laranga Habana. That's a Habana.
You don't inhale the smoke, right? You just like let it sit in your mouth.
Yep. It's the way I see it, it's not as bad as cigarettes because you're not inhaling it. You just let it float around your mouth.
You'll just get mouth cancer.
Aye, but I think if you smoke one every day...
You can survive mouth cancer, you just won't have a mouth.
Or a tongue, aye. That'd be good for you, man. So, P, what's happening with your channel in 2018? Are you just going to be one of these fucking morons that just keep trolling Flat Earth, or are you going to be actually start... I think you've got the capability of actually producing a good podcast with decent, interesting topics and decent guests, P. I think you're fucking wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got tons of fucking information. It's not. I don't think all your information you've got is fucking solid or anything, but it's still good talking points, and like it still leads to other roads of discussion. What you talk about invokes other discussions.
Maybe I should do a podcast.
Instead of just reading your books, man, I think your own personal views are better than Alfred Huxley or what the fuck he's called.
I think I kind of need like a co-host though, because I don't like just talking about myself.
Are you hinting me?
No, I would never have you do it.
Why, man? I'm good, man.
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to make my channel a fucking basketball channel. It's basketball videos. That's
fucking lame, man. Just chucking balls into hoops. Chucking balls into hoops.
Street ball.
But I think sometimes you're a bit too intense, mate.
Yeah, I'm a pretty intense guy. Like, the thing is, like, I talk shit to my audience. They don't like that. And then, like, I don't know.
I've had that as well, man. Like, I remember I done a stream ages ago and had Channel Q in my chat, and she was saying to me something like, "This is boring. This is this. This is that." So I just started saying, "Well, fuck off then. If you don't like this, fucking go somewhere else." And all of a sudden, Channel Q's my enemy. And it's like, fucking hell. It's like every stream now she's there fucking saying something, or kind of, it's like you've got these women as well that run around, kind of, they try and keep you in line. You know what I mean? It's like you feel like you've got this bandy women trying to keep you from saying certain shit, man. Do you not feel that yourself? Like, there's certain people that try to keep you from expressing what you're thinking.
Do you want me to send the link to Tim?
Send it to Tim if you want, man.
Yeah.
Is Tim want to come in?
He just messaged me, yeah.
Aye, man. Come in if he wants. But I'll probably only be doing this for another half an hour or something, man, because it's like 4:30 a.m. here. Yeah. 4:30. Aye, but it could be cool to be here for Timmy boy.
Fuck, what were you saying?
I don't know, what the fuck was I saying?
I was gonna say, respond to something you said.
We were talking about the future for yourself. Maybe a co-host, maybe... But poker, man, fucking... You go around telling everybody, right, how to live their life, how to be good people and shit like that, and you sit gambling all day, man. What the fuck? How you setting examples here? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. The thing is, like, I can't like, I have to be my own boss. Like, I can't listen to other people. Oh yeah, I was talking about how I like insult my audience and shit. I think people are kind of like programmed to not like me. Like, I think people who tell the truth. I don't know.
I like you, man. Even though you come on my streams and call my kid autistic and shit like that. You know what I mean? I still like you, man.
I said I wanted to beat you in front of your autistic kid.
I know. You know, I'm cool. Okay, I'm like, I still like Pete. You know what I mean? Because I know you're just trolling me, man. Are you doing cankles?
Cankles.
What up, fellas?
You're the one with the cankle porn Dale, man. I know you are. Oh, there's
Cankle
Timmy,
porn.
man. Look at him. He's looking good. that's the real Timmy.
Yeah, you.
Nice.
What up, man?
Nice one, Tim. How you doing, man? You're looking good. Looking good. You need to get that beanie hat off, though, man.
Thank
it
you,
makes
buddy.
you look like a fucking what they called? What's the sweeties called that you pull the head down on? Can you pull the head on the top of them down? What they called? Is it fez? Is that a fez?
Fedora?
Swedish thing?
No, kind of sweeties. You pull like they've usually got like a cartoon character on the head. Is that a fez? Is that a
Oh,
pez?
Pez.
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 Man, you need to remember the fucking hat, man. What, I want you to see your hair.
Nah.
I want to see your hair, man. You're a ginger. Come on, man. Be me. Be a ginger. Be my client. How you doing, Tim? Anyway, mate.
Not too bad, man. Not too bad.
How you enjoying the festive holidays? The festivities.
Been busy. I'm selling a house, so
wait,
been packing and crap.
You said you're moving. Is it Oklahoma or some shit? You said that.
Utah.
Ohio? Was it all you said to me?
Utah.
Why are you moving there, man?
Live in the mountains, man. It's beautiful.
Laurie Gale was just telling me. Wait there, mate. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry, guys. I was shouting a bit there. Waking the house up. Aye, so what's your plans in Utah, man? You working with Metatron?
No, they're out in San Diego.
San Diego?
Yeah. You know what's
So where
funny,
are you
actually, is I'm in Omaha. I've been renting this house for like 3-4 years.
Aye? What were you going to say there, man? It's funny what?
Oh, it's kind of crazy, actually. That guy's name was Joseph Riehl, Riehl. And there's a guy in Denver, actually today, with the last name Riehl, that shot up some police and shit. So.
No way. Really?
Yeah. Wasn't him, but yeah.
That's a coincidence, though, because that's a strange surname. It's
Yeah,
unusual.
it
It's
is.
not like Smith or White. You know what I mean? Strange.
Yeah, of course.
No way.
Which is not good, yeah. I think that Orphan Red MacGuber wants to come on.
Orphan. so did you listen to the Hangout, Tim?
Oh, dude, I was laying in bed last night and I tried, man. I tried my hardest.
I've heard that for everybody. It's like, I've listened to it, I've thought it, and blah, blah, blah. They've got all these opinions and they've listened to like, not even half of it, man. I thought it was good, man.
Yeah. No, it's just like, it wasn't even like the pseudoscience. It was just more of like the fake laugh continuously. I just...
laugh, man.
Totally fake, dude. Sorry, but it just is. I know it's not real. So, it's just annoying to me.
But our boobs are nice, so
Yeah.
yeah. That was the point, man. That was the whole point of it. They were nice, man. Come on. That's what makes people want to see.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
So is that fucking Egypt Glenn having a hangout right now? Because Laurie said something like she was going to go over there.
Yeah, Laurie went over there.
Really?
The most dynamic chat in flat Earth.
Dude, what is up with all these people that, like, all they want to do is just, like, talk about personalities of, like, potatoes, and it's just so weird.
So boring.
Yeah,
These people
dude.
are so uninteresting, man.
They really are, man. I just don't know what to say about it anymore. Like, I mean, the topic is boring to me. Like, the whole Anthony Riley thing and all this, and Dell saying the same shit over and over again. But, like, to talk about the potatoes and call everyone Satanists and stuff, it's just like, man, that's like their life. Like, they worry about what Patricia Steer is doing.
Well, what do you think about Stargods nowadays, Timmy? I think he's fucking lost it, man. I think Stargods is... I like the guy in the early days, but I think the guy's lost it nowadays, man.
Yeah, this psyop was multi-pronged. It definitely messed up some people, for sure, man.
I think we're all going to be better from it, somehow. Even P.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucked. I think now that there's two ways that you can come out of this, man. It's like you can either come out as a pure raging like just a schizophrenic conspiratard, or you can come out as a much learned person and you've learned a lot. But I think the latter is a lot rarer than the first. And I think most people fall into this rabbit hole. I think it's rare for like people like me, you, and even P to see the lies and learn from it.
Yeah,
crazy.
but still, it drug us down for like there's no reason for us to have been in it as long as we have, you know.
I was asking,
there's something to it.
I was asking P earlier, Tim, like, if there is a truth movement, where is it? What's left of it, man?
There never was one, man. It's just people that want to talk and create hot air, in my opinion.
And people are realizing there's a market in the truth. There's a big conspiracy market. There's a lot of money to be made.
Do you think even the 9/11 stuff at the beginning,
absolutely.
could have been organic, or do you think right at the beginning with the 9/11 stuff it was all contrived?
Yeah,
there's really no telling, man. Could have been. Now that I think of it, everybody's trying to make $1. Really, I never did. I never made a cent. I never tried to make a cent ever.
Yeah, I think it was pretty much people just trying to make money or get fame, and maybe there's probably a couple honest people, but Alan Watts says like the Patriot Radio used to be better back in the day, but now it's just all like BS and a bunch of New Age crap. There's a lot of New Age crap in the flat Earth. See, like that Santos Bonacci guy's on Sun and Moon Family tonight talking a bunch of shit. The guy's so full of shit.
Yeah, how could somebody know so much about G but not understand that there's 2 celestial points and how it works on a sphere? About almost is the stars and the Bible and all this kind of stuff, which just it doesn't compute with me. He really rarely ever talks about flat Earth, in my opinion. But
I find crazy.
God, did you ever see him with Bro Sanchez? That shit was so funny, dude. Yeah, dude, the original, because he was on Sun and Moon Group, but the original was hilarious, dude. Because he was like, Bro Sanchez is like very passive aggressive. He's like, let me teach you something. And he just starts going into like all these phalluses and like how it's all about dicks and stuff. Santos was trying to be nice about it and stuff. Oh, it's so funny, man.
But actually, he's been in this shit for a while though. That Santos Bonacci, yeah, he's been in this flat Earth right from the beginning.
You know, Bro Sanchez
is
a fucking crit. That's suspect, because that's basically connected to like some Mason. That's basically the same as being in a fraternal order. They have similar.
Well, for idiots.
Yeah.
It must be for idiots, because look at that vegan warrior guy.
Obviously, it's for idiots.
Vegan. Oh my god.
What's it called? They sell vegan dogs or some shit.
Dude, he goes on Dreads and he's like doing this and shit all the time. And I point it out and I get kicked off Dreads panel for doing that. Pointing it out. Fuck that guy. Like, it wouldn't be so suspicious if like maybe he wasn't admitting it to be in a like major fraternity that a lot of like elite come from. And on top of that, like Tim will go on his show and try and educate him, and then the next day it's like he forgot everything or whatever the fuck. You know, like, what a fucking obvious fraud.
Yeah, see that fucking what's his name, Dredd? I've not watched that guy in months, man. Is he still going? Dredd.
He's literally live right now, dude.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
I tried to bait him with some race stuff, but I don't think maybe it worked a wee bit.
Do you have Orphan Red's email? She's asking for a link. Do you mind if I put it in the chat?
Sure, on you go.
Good.
Okay.
I seen that Jamaican Titan was on Dreads last night, and he was getting drunk, and Sassy's like, Jamaican bringing in the new year early. He was arguing like Ladon or something. He's like, I body bagged you with a drunk mind. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, dude.
Sassy is another one, man. I love that sock account somebody has. Like, Sassy has the IQ of a hot dog. Which really, dude. So
he talks
true.
about culling people and shit.
So, Tim, 2018, man. What do you think should happen here, man? Because I don't know what you go with, like, the flat Earth. I want to like turn my back on the flat Earth, but I want to keep everybody like I've met. So I want to have hangouts with discussions about shit, but no flat Earth, man. Like, you must know this shit, man. Like, what direction do the people? What are people wanting, man? Like, what are they craving for here? Just somewhere where they can free speech, or what? What's the subjects? Or
unfortunately, people in this crowd that we have created these channels about are oriented. Like, when I make anything that isn't about flat Earth, or you make anything that isn't about flat Earth or has flat Earth in the tags, it doesn't get it. So we almost need to create a new type of following, you know. But at the same time, like, the thing is we did make a lot of different friends that have, you know, friends. I use that loosely, but just people that we've met that we can have different conversations about. And I think that's important, kind of, you know, gathering them up for different conversations, for sure.
Definitely, man. And that's how I'm kind of glad I have met, like, you, Tim, like Pmars, Tim, fucking all the rest of it, just to get these discussions, because the kind of you are quite open to these kind of discussions. Like guys like Rompus and that, when I listen to Nathan's, I can't stand these people, Tim. I know I'm a baller, but I can't stand fucking listening to guys like Rompus, man. I can see why people want to be flat Earth. It's like a rejection of these types of people. You know what I mean?
It is.
Yeah, Cathexis was loving it when I was going off on Rompus.
So who's this fucking shell scanner guy, man? Where the fuck's he just popped up from? Shell scanner.
I have no idea.
It's
just
Russian
some clown.
That's not his real. He's American.
Is he?
Yeah.
What else do you know about him, mate? I think he's getting pushed heavily by cathexis, just like IPS was back in the day.
Yeah, cathexis, I don't know. He, like, finds these people and then, like, pushes them. It's weird. He tried to do that.
Truthfully, cathexis is absolutely a nobody around here. He's somebody just because he likes to be what he calls diplomatic and not tell these people the truth. So he would rather basically blow smoke up these idiots' ass instead of try to tell them or set them straight in any way. So IPS was actually pushed by Globebusters to begin with, and that's how he got his rise so quickly. Bob from Globebusters.
I heard you were saying cathexis lives to his aunt or some shit. What's that? He lives with his aunt.
Oh, well, yeah. He's just one of those people that, you know, I guess she had a house or something.
Still like a big teenager kind of thing. Still living with like a fucking parent kind of thing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
35-year-old teenager.
Give Tim a wrench so he can post a link.
No wrenches. She can figure it out, dude. I mean, give me a break.
Do you know what? I'll send an email just like I'll send her an email just like I done with Laurie. So just give me a second, guys. Right? I'll put the computer.
Okay. Cool. Jesus. About the shape of the earth, dude. I mean, give me a break.
It was a neat little trick he taught me, though, with the percentage thing. That's how I got in this game to begin with. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known how to get in. I don't know shit about computers anymore. I used to go to school for computer programming. That shit was boring as fuck though. You're just doing like math equations all day.
That's a link sent to Orphan. So, well, Sasha. Call her Sasha. Orphan's a bit pretentious, I suppose.
Do you know what pretentious means?
Nah. What does it mean, mate?
It means like you're acting like you're smart when you have like. I should look it up. I suck at like defining words.
I don't think it means acting like you're smart.
Yeah,
I think you just.
No, not really.
I think you just.
No, I mean
smart.
attempting to impress by affecting greater importance, talent,
Exactly.
culture than is actually possessed.
Exactly.
I just think of it in terms of like these hangouts. People are pretentious in terms of like pretending like they're smart all the time.
But I didn't see pretentious as a level as intelligence. I think people are pretentious. Just
Yeah.
it could be class. It could be class.
It could be
anything. Aye, it could be anything.
My bad.
Wait, hey, someone's joined.
Happy New Year, Chad.
Oh, it's the lovely Orphan, Sasha. Sasha. Sorry, I keep calling.
Oh my God, Chad.
What?
You're such a lad.
I know. I'm sorry. Hello, Sasha. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year as well. Is it New Year yet? Yours?
Oh, no, it's not even 9 p.m. here.
Oh, that's shit. You're so stuck. You're so dated.
Yeah, apparently.
You're so stuck in the past.
So I've heard that you don't want Orphan Red here. You want Sasha. No laughing aloud.
I like both.
Oh, that's nice.
I think Pmars would like to speak to you. He's got a lot of opinions about you.
I'm too shy.
I've heard you. It's funny because they don't like the ditzy personality, but if I'm aggressively intelligent, then I'm a bitch. So I find that a very interesting choice. Aggressively intelligent, but hated for being a bitch. Or you can be a ditzy moron that everyone laughs at, but there's nothing else. There are no other choices. I find that interesting.
You
You
can't
can't
win.
win. You can't win.
No, we can't.
Talk about pretentious.
They'll find something.
Oh, it's okay. We'll forgive you for your pretensions, Tim. We know that you're pretentious. We'll forgive you, but only for tonight and only for a short while.
Nah, not even I would say that I'm whatever intelligent, as you just put it.
No, I wouldn't say so either.
Ah, gotcha. Validation boys in the chat wanting a link too.
Aye. Fire it to him, man.
Yeah.
Fire it to him. Unless, aye.
So, Chad,
Validation boy.
how are you doing? Are you excited for 2018?
I am. I'm very excited. I'm that excited. I'm created. I created this shitty hangout tonight to even talk about it.
Yeah, but you're doing a flat Earth. You're kind of talking a lot about flat Earth.
Have I talked
Oh,
about
sorry,
fire?
that's just a laugh.
It's
You
my,
had a little bit.
it's my fault.
We'll let it pass, though, just this once.
So, Sasha, do you think people like Pmars and Tim are intimidated by your intelligence and the fact that you're a female as well?
I think that they don't know how to interact with intelligent females. And I think that, especially intelligent females who have larger breasts and who have a personality that's more cheerful and friendly, I think that they like intelligent females that are very much like a dyke, because then they can aggressively argue with her by trying to cut her down because of her lack of femininity. And I think that they like ditzy moronic girls because then they can fuck them while laughing at how stupid the girl is. I don't think they really know how to deal with women like me. So I think it makes them insecure. And so then they get more mean because that's the only thing that they can do. They try to be cruel because they try to push me down to their level. But like, it's not possible for me to sink to their level because they're just so low. So it's just very sad. It's very sad. Sometimes I feel pity, but not a lot of pity. Because I think if you want to be interesting to a woman like me, then you do it by becoming a better man, not by playing poker all day and trolling on the internet to prove that you aren't. You actually have to develop a personality. You have to develop interests and passions and be a kind human being. That's how you get an intelligent, attractive woman, not by moaning, oh, girls are so bitchy, girls are so slutty. That's not how you get a woman. If you want a proper woman, you have to be a proper man. You have to be deserving of a proper woman. And these poor, sad men clearly don't know how to do that. So sometimes I feel pity for them.
So what do you think about that, P? You just got schooled. You just got schooled.
100% accurate.
Gold star.
Is that it? Is that it, P? Can you not make an argument against it, or you just got to lay over like a bitch and take it?
You can't argue with the truth, Jed. The truth is the truth.
No, I think he's intimidated a wee bit. I don't know. What's wrong? What's wrong, P? You went quiet.
And Tim just disappeared because what I'm saying is true, and he has no argument for it. So he ran away like a not like a girl, like a child. Tim just ran away, and Pmars just went silent because this is Sasha. This is who they can't deal with. They like mocking Orphan Red. They like mocking the character of Sasha. But when they see the real me, they fucking run away because they don't know. They have no tools or skills or abilities to match me. So they just run away or go quiet. And I find that vindicating. So I would like to ask you a little globe earth question, but I'll let you respond first, Jed.
Yeah. No problem.
So here's my question. If you want to prove to me that your standard model is the correct model, then, and one of the things I hear so often by people like Pmars and Tim, those kind of trolls that are constantly trolling my channel, is, oh, flat earthers don't believe in gravity, they're so stupid. So here's my question to you. You believe in gravity as it's presented in the standard model. So I have one very easy question that you should be able to answer if the model is correct. Here's the question. In the standard model of gravity, time and space are a fabric, and they bend in the presence of matter. And it doesn't matter if the matter is infinitely far away. It doesn't matter if there's a star or a galaxy. It still affects the curvature of space-time. That's the standard model. So my question to you is this. In time that's acted upon by what precisely in matter that makes time bend in accordance with space? And I also want you to acknowledge here that space is really just a relative distance between things that we observe. Because if we don't observe things, then they're in a superposition state. They're not actively there. So space can't actually exist between things that are unobserved. Because between unobserved things, the properties of the matter they exist as a probability distribution wave over the entirety of the universe. So there's no meaning to the idea of space between unobserved things. You can only have space between observed things where the properties are fixed. So let's leave that as the second part of the question, but let's first address the first part, which is, what is it in time that's acted on by matter, such that it bends in accordance with space when it's in the presence of matter, even if the matter is infinitely distant? That's what I want to know. If you're so convinced that your model is correct, you should be able to answer this most basic question. It's fundamental to your understanding of gravity, because your understanding of gravity is that space-time bends. So all I want to know is, what is it in time that's acted upon by matter, such that time bends in accordance with space?
The Earth's a ball.
That's my question.
The Earth's a ball.
No, I'm on it. I'm serious. I want an answer. If you guys are so convinced that you're correct, and
Sasha,
I'm such a ditz, and I'm such a moron, then answer my one easy question. What is it in time that's acted upon by matter, and such that it bends in accordance with space? That's my question.
Sasha, when it comes to time, I don't know what time, the definition of a time is. To me, I think time's more like entropy. Like
time is related to distance and change, and so you can define it in different ways arbitrarily. You can define time as the distance that light travels in a given unit of measure, right? That's time. But really, time is a construct. It's a notion that we apply to reality to track changes. So when we see changes, we make sense of that by coding it as time, right? And so time is a conceptual notion. It's not tangible. It's an intangible. So your entire theory requires an intangible to tangibly bend and to be affected by tangible matter. So that's very much like saying the concept of willfulness bends in the presence of matter. So tell me, explain to me, what is it in the concept of time that responds to, reacts to the presence of matter? And how does it do so in accordance with space?
Light.
That's a noun. That's not an answer.
So, like, if there was a clock, if you could look at a clock and move at the speed of light away from the clock, right, the clock would stand still?
That's actually incorrect. That's an assumption that rests on the supposition that space-time fabric exists. I'm trying to ask you, prove to me that space-time can exist, that time can be tangibly woven into space when time is an intangible. So that's a circular argument to say space-time exists because light moves with space-time. You're not actually answering the question. You're just running around in circles. The fact that the standard model suggests
time has to do with the speed of light.
No, that's not true. The speed of light is defined in the terms of time.
And gravity affects light, so gravity also affects time. That's why.
How does gravity affect time? What is it that gravity acts upon in time? What element of time is acted upon? Do you understand the English words that I'm saying in this sequence? Or I don't understand why you're having such a problem answering. Is it the sequence of English words that you're not grasping? Or is it the concept behind them that you're not understanding? I'm asking you, what is it in time that is being acted upon by matter such that time bends in accordance with space?
Light.
It's a very easy question.
Light.
Light is not an answer because light isn't an element of time. You can't break time apart and find light in the middle of it and then have matter acting on the light and then that makes time bend. That's not even
So what does this have to do with, what does this have to do with the shape of the earth? What does this have to do with the shape of the earth?
This has to do with the standard model. This has to do with the standard model. If you're so convinced that your standard model is correct, then you should be able to answer this very, very simple, basic question that lies at the root of your theory.
No. It's complete non sequitur to the shape of the earth.
Jed, if you
complete non
understand
sequitur to the shape of the earth.
If you understand the fundamental model and you believe in gravity as a piece of knowledge, not this random fairy tale belief, then you have to be able to explain to me what it is in time that's being acted upon by matter. That's a nonsense question. So I'm not even going to answer.
Which gravity?
Plus, I'm asking Jed, not you.
Which gravity?
Jed, I look forward to your answer.
Which gravity?
Wait, an answer for what? Why does space...
Talking about the law of gravitation, or what are you talking about?
Jed,
light is the answer.
Light is not a component of time. I'm asking you, what is it?
Your voice is so fucking annoying.
What is it
in time?
What is a
Seriously, it's so high pitched.
Jed, what is it in time that is acted upon by matter?
What is a component of time? What is a component of time?
That's what I'm asking you. What is the component of time that is acted upon?
What is...
That's what I'm asking.
It has nothing to do with the shape of the earth.
No, of course it has to do with your understanding of science. Either you understand this, you understand your model. This is your model that you claim is not a belief, it's the truth. If you can't explain to me the truth of your model, that is not something that you know. It's just blind faith in a nonsense theory.
You're so annoying. Oh my god.
Well enough.
Right,
Tim, you're just annoyed because you can't answer the question. Tim, if you can answer the question, I'll shut the fuck up, and then you won't have to hear my voice.
Right, Sasha.
I asked you which gravity, and you won't answer it. So
I'll answer, Sasha. I'll answer.
Okay, go ahead, Jed.
I don't have a fucking clue. Could you explain, please?
Okay,
Gravity slows down time because it bends the light.
It's
just a theory.
I don't think you understand.
it has nothing to do with the shape of the Earth, you dumb fucking bitch. Seriously.
Why am I bitch? Why am I dumb? Because
Well,
I'm
first of
asking
all,
a
you
question
come
that
up.
you
First of
can't
all,
answer.
no. First of all, you come on here, you gish gallop for about
answer the
5 minutes.
question.
You say, hold on. You say
Tim,
things. You say
can't
things
answer
about
the
me.
question. That's why I'm a
Hey,
bitch.
dumb
because
broad,
I'm
shut
smarter.
your fucking mouth.
I'm
for
smarter
2
than
seconds,
you.
okay?
And you keep calling me
Oh,
dumb.
you're smarter than
You call
me.
me dumb. You
Oh,
call me
okay.
stupid. Because I'm smarter than
Oh,
you.
a
And
flat
you
earther
can't
says that they're smarter than
prove-
me. Okay.
You can't prove that that's
You can't
not
even
true.
answer which gravity you're
instead,
talking
you just
about.
insult me. I'm not asking you
Which
about
gravity
a
are you talking
particular
about?
type of gravity. It doesn't matter if you're talking about quantum gravity or if you're talking about macrogravity.
That's not even what I'm talking about.
The underlying question
You're so
is the
smart.
same.
Come on, you're so
And
smart. Which gravity? Come on, girl. Come on, which gravity? Come on.
Tim,
Which
prove
gravity?
to me that I'm dumber than you by answering the fucking question I asked. What is it in time that responds to the presence of matter such that time bends in accordance with space, even when that matter is at an infinite distance? If you're smarter than me, if I'm
Is that
so
a theory?
dumb, then answer the question.
Theory right now. Are you talking about a theory right now?
I'm talking about your model, that you're so smart, that you understand your
No.
model so
I'm
well
talking
that
about
you know
no.
it's true.
We talk
You don't
about
believe it.
we
You
talk
know
about the
it.
spherical
Stand
model, right? We talk
Answer
about
the
the spherical. Will you shut the fuck up? We talk about the spherical model, which means that the Earth is physically and objectively a sphere. On
No,
a
you're talking
sphere,
about
you
the
think that it's
standard model.
flat.
We're
Okay,
talking
just
about
keep
the
talking,
standard
right?
model. We're talking about the standard model. You can't
You
answer.
can't even tell me
the
which
basic
gravity you're
question.
talking about.
I'm talking about space-time fabric. Curvature of space-time
Is that
fabric.
a theory?
Creating gravity.
Is that a
I'm
law?
also talking about the concept of gravitons, which have yet to be detected, causing gravity at the quantum
It
level.
has nothing to do with the shape of the Earth. We knew the shape of the Earth way before Einsteinian. Dude, you're just talking shit.
We can look at gravity at either level. We can look at quantum gravity or we could look at macrogravity. I don't know which gravity you want to answer the question to. I want an answer. If you're so smarter than me, so much smarter than me, and I'm such a dumb bitch, then answer the fucking question. What is it in time that responds to matter such that time bends in accordance with space, even in the presence of matter that's infinitely distant? If
What does
you're
this have
so
to do with the
smart,
shape of the Earth?
Answer the question. Just answer the question.
What does this have to do with the shape of the Earth?
Just answer the question. You're so smart. Just answer the question. I'm so
What does
dumb.
this have to do with
This is a dumb,
empirical
easy
observations? What does it have
Just
to do with
answer the
anything?
question. Just
I don't need
answer
to
the
sit there and
question.
answer your red
Prove
herring
to me.
question, okay?
Prove to me that
Did I
you're smarter than
troll
me.
you?
by
You said
answering
that
the
I troll
question.
you all the time, which I've literally, the first time I ever talked to you was when will you shut the fuck up? Seriously.
Just prove that you're
The
smarter
first,
than me by answering
the only
question.
time, listen, the only time I ever came to your
It's an easy
page was when you did it. Look, shut your fucking trap. You're a
Just
dumb broad.
answer the question and I'll shut
Seriously.
up. Just answer the question correctly and I'll shut up.
No. You came
Just
on,
answer the
you started
question
gish galloping
correctly,
about
and I will
me
shut up.
and Pmars. You sat there and talked shit out your ass, and you continue to.
You
And
can't answer the question.
you can't answer the.
You keep evading because you have no answer, because you don't know. You just believe, and then you put down.
Who said that I believe in
matter
Einsteinian gravity, you moron? Who said that?
Standard
What does that
model.
have to do with the shape of the Earth?
You put people down for challenging the standard model.
What does
when
that
you
have
don't
to do
even-
with the shape of the
You don't
Earth?
even understand the standard model. You
Challenging
can't even
freaking
answer
Einsteinian
the
gravity.
fundamental question about it.
This is the
Just answer the question.
this is the Dyke.
If
What are
you're
you
smarter than
talking
me,
about?
just answer the question. If you're so smart, then answer the question, Tim. You said yourself you're smarter than me. I'm just a dumb bitch. So then answer the
Did I ever say that I'm
question.
smarter than you? You actually said that you're smarter than me.
Right, guys.
So-
Right, Sasha. What is the question? What the fuck is the question?
What is the point of the question?
Okay,
Truthfully.
What is the question?
Jed,
But gotcha. Or try to be
Jed is the
gotcha.
host here, so I'll answer Jed. Jed, here's
What's the question?
This girl is so
Tim, can
fucking
you shut the fuck
stupid,
up for a
dude.
second?
Seriously.
This is Jed's hanging
What a
out.
pathetic person, man.
See,
Seriously.
now Tim won't let me talk because he can't answer the question, and he's embarrassed that he can't answer the question, so he won't even let me
No, it has not.
answer
I
that.
asked you what it has to do with the shape of the Earth. What does it have to do with the shape of the Earth?
That's pathetic, Tim. Let me answer
What does it have to do with the shape of the Earth? What does it have to do with the shape of the Earth?
Jed, you're going
What does it have to do with the shape of the
you want
Earth?
me to answer.
What
Jed,
does it have to do with the shape of the Earth?
Tim.
No, this
Mute
is,
Tim if you want me to answer.
He
Jed.
can't mute me. He can't.
I've set this up so I don't mute people. No one can get sniped. No one can get muted.
Yeah, but like,
This is like,
I can't answer your
This is anarchy.
I can't
I'm a
answer
Valley
your
girl.
question.
I'm so cute. I'm a
I
Valley
can't
girl.
answer your question if Tim
I'm a
keeps
Valley
talking
girl. I'm
over
so
me. I can't answer your
cute. Look at me.
Jed.
Well,
What does it have to do with the shape of the Earth?
Because
Sasha,
he can't answer
What does it have to do with the shape of the Earth? What does it have to do with the shape of the
It's an
Earth?
easy question for an intelligent person. If you
Shape of
can't
the
answer
Earth.
that question,
he would have
What does it
sniped
have
by
to do
now
with
if
the
it was
shape of
snipeable. So we're still here.
so Jed,
So what does it have
you
to do
want
with
me
the
to
shape
answer
of
the
the Earth?
question?
Just do it then, Sasha. Just answer the question.
Jed, the question is, what is it?
No.
What is it?
What
in
does
time,
it have to do with the shape of the
right?
Earth?
What element of it in
With the shape of the
time
Earth.
that is acted upon, right? That
What does it have to do with the
responds
shape of the
or that
Earth?
reacts to the presence of matter in such a way that it
What does it
bends,
have to
Well,
do
well,
with
Sasha,
the shape
actually
of
bends,
the
and
Earth?
that it actually bends in
Sasha,
sync.
Do with the shape of the Earth.
space.
Could you define time for me, please?
Well, that's my point, though. If you accept the standard model,
No, I
then
didn't
you
accept.
should understand time.
No,
I
the standard
didn't
model,
accept.
the spherical model, has nothing to do with what you're
Should
talking
you can
about.
say that again because Tim was talking over you, so I couldn't hear you.
I
Hey,
didn't
ask her what it has to do with the shape of the Earth, Jed, because she wants to be a little dumb bitch.
Jed, I
So
can't
go ahead
hear
and
you
ask
because
her.
Tim keeps talking over
Oh
you.
no, Jed, I love you. Please, I love you. Come and move in with me. I'm in Canada, please.
Tim can't answer the question, so he's just being a bratty child. That's embarrassing.
No, I asked you what it has to do with the shape of the Earth. That's what I asked you. Who said that I even believe in Einsteinian gravity
Tim,
in the
I'm
first
not even
place?
Tim, I'm not talking to you anymore because
But
you can't answer the
you
question.
asked me
You're
5
too
times.
stupid.
So
You're too stupid
who
for
said
me. You can't even
who
answer
said
the
I
question.
believe that?
You're too stupid for me to waste my time
Who said I
talking
believe
to you.
that?
If you can't answer that basic
It's a
question,
straw man,
then you're
you
not
idiot.
worth my time.
It's
You're
a
not worth my
straw
time.
man.
Your IQ is so low. That's why you're a troll. Because you try
Look
to
at
feel
this dumb
smarter by
broad,
putting
man.
other people
Oh,
down.
seriously.
You put other people down to
Oh,
feel smart
Sasha.
because you know you're
Oh,
not.
and you're not putting me down?
Yes, Jed.
You came
Ask
on
me
here.
the-
You came on
ask
here
me the
guns
question.
blazing, dude.
Jed. Jed,
Ask
you were
ask
gonna
somebody
say
else the
something,
question.
Jed?
Well, no, ask somebody
No,
else the question.
I'm asking
Ask somebody
Jed.
else
It
the
has
question.
nothing to do with the
Jed.
shape of the Earth. That's the answer. It has nothing
Jed,
to do
let me
with the
ask
shape
you,
of the
Jed.
Earth at all.
Tim, it shows that you're not
I
smart
don't-
enough to answer the question. That's all it
It has
shows.
nothing to
You're
do
not
with the
smart
shape of the
enough
Earth.
to answer the question. And if you're not smart enough to answer that
No, you
basic
said that I
question,
believe it.
then
You
you're
said that I
not in a
believe it. You
position-
said that I believe
you're
it.
not in a
Who said
position to
that?
tell
How do you know that
other
I believe it?
people what's true
How do you
or
know
not.
that I believe in
You can't
space time?
tell-
That's what
you
this
can't
is
tell
about.
other
Space
people
time.
what's true and not if you're
How do you
not
know that I
smart enough
believe
to
in
answer the
space time?
question.
It's a theory.
It has nothing to do with whether you believe in it. What it has to do with is if you can't answer the question,
It's
you're
a
not smart enough
theory.
to tell flat earthers that they're wrong. That's my point.
Well,
I
you
actually
keep
make
repeating that.
observations
It seems
like
like at
everybody
this point.
else
It seems like
does,
at this
okay?
point. It seems like
Jed,
at this
I'm
point.
gonna hear from
At this
you.
point. No. It seems like
Jed,
at this
what do
point
you
it's all
say?
about. It's all about Sasha trying to put Tim underneath her. That's what it's about
I
at
wanna
this point
hear
because
from
she
Jed.
can't actually
It's
move
real
forward.
weird.
She can't. She's not moving forward. You gotta adapt. You have to adapt the conversation. No, it's about you putting yourself over Tim. It's about you. It's about you trying to make yourself look like you're a better person than Tim. That's what this is reduced to right now. It's all about your status over Tim right now. That's what this is reduced to. This. Look at what we're talking about. Look what Orphan Red and Validation Boy are talking about right now, and you're just proving my point.
I'm talking around you.
My point. You're not. You can't talk around me. You can't. I'm taking up way too much space right now. I'm taking up way too much space up inside your head right now, and you're not talking around me. Okay?
Tim is a garbage person.
So he's a garbage person now. So this is about you. So Sasha's better than Tim. Sasha's better than Tim. Sasha's better than Tim. Hey, Sasha's better than Tim. Hey, Sasha's way better than Tim. Hey, Sasha's better than
What a
Tim.
dumb
Hey,
broad, man.
fucking
That is so
idiotic, man.
weird.
So why don't we adapt? Why don't we adapt
Such
and move
weird
forward?
behavior, man.
Why don't you answer the question, Jed? Or how can I clarify the question for you, Jed?
Well, to be honest, Sasha, right?
It's a straw man.
No,
cares?
well, you're right in a way, Tim. You're right. It is a kind of straw man, but I'll try and entertain the question at hand here, right? I'm not that smart. I didn't look into space-time, continuum, bending, all this crap, right? I look at the definitions of time. And the way I see time isn't the sun going over our head every day, 24 hours. The way I see time is like entropy, the way things deteriorate. So when it comes to space, time, and matter and shit like that, I didn't look at it the same way as standard mainstream science looks at it. In the same way, when it comes to gravitons and shit like that, I don't know. I don't have a fucking clue. I just know the Earth's a fucking ball. That's it. I don't know if space or time bends with fucking all this stuff. I don't know. Honestly, Orphan, I don't. Shush up. I don't know. But I do know the Earth's spherical. I do know there's something. I do know there's something pulling shit to the middle of this Earth somehow.
Without time, there's no way for us to perceive matter. Without time, there's no way for matter itself to even be perceived and be considered existential. You know, for it to exist. Time is it's kind of a tangible thing, because without it, we can't even gauge reality. We can't even gauge that matter is moving. I mean, we'd be sitting still if there was no such thing as time.
It has nothing to do with the shape of the Earth. It's a theory. They knew it was a sphere way, way before Einstein came out with this theory. So it's just a stupid straw man that really, she can't justify her flat Earth beliefs. So she comes on and says, "Oh, I'm smarter than you because
I." You can't answer a basic question about
already
science.
answered.
So,
I've already answered.
Like, what the? No, you haven't answered. You just evaded it by saying that's a straw man.
I said who? No. I said who said I believe that
It's
theory?
not a straw man question.
I'm not even clear on what the question is.
Who said I believe that?
That's my
I'm not even clear on what the.
You're not
What's the
even
question?
smart enough. You're not
Who's
even
not
smart
smart
enough
enough?
to understand the question. And
You
get
have
say
to
the question.
believe
Ask the question.
in space-time to know that the Earth is a sphere.
If you're not even smart enough to understand the question,
In
why
space-time
do
to
you
know
think
that the
you're
Earth is a
smart
sphere.
to
Are you just going to
know
talk
the
over
shape of the
everyone?
Earth? Like, clearly, you're just so intellectually deficient that
It's
you're
a theory
not
from
in a
like 50
position
years ago. What are you
to tell
talking about?
other people what they're right or wrong. And Jed,
It's so weird what you're doing here, dude.
This is the relationship between gravity and the globe, Jed, because your globe
It's not my globe.
You can't seriously.
It's predicated, Jed. It's
No, it's not.
predicated
No, it's not.
on the idea that
No, it's not.
gravity pulls matter in, and that's
No, it's not.
why your Earth
No,
is
it's
a
not.
globe.
No, it's not.
predicated on gravity.
No, it's not.
Because otherwise,
No.
there would be no
You're
cause
wrong.
for it to be.
You're
No,
wrong.
she's not wrong. She's not.
You're wrong.
She's not wrong.
She
She's not
is
wrong. That's
wrong
true.
because the geocentric,
How is
some
that wrong?
geocentric, listen, some geocentric believers don't believe in gravity. A lot of electric universe people don't believe in gravity.
Just
But
because
guess what? They
stupid
know
people
the
are wrong,
Earth
that
is a
doesn't mean
sphere.
that they're right.
Good point.
What the hell?
Good
That doesn't
point,
even
Tim.
make
Good
sense.
point.
They know that the Earth is a sphere.
That's a
It has,
brilliant point.
gravity has nothing to do with the shape of the Earth.
Mismaking knowledge and belief. So, Jed, that's my answer to you: is that your globe is predicated on gravity pulling matter in.
So, Jed,
equally all
why
around
don't you
itself,
tell
and
her
that's why
instead
your
why you think
theory
the Earth is a
relies
sphere,
on gravity.
right?
It's not
No,
about that.
no.
My
Well,
question
she's
is,
confused
what
about
is in
space-time and gravity and different the law
I'm
of
not
gravity and
confused.
gravitation
You
and
are.
theories.
I'm not
Okay, I am.
confused. You're
Okay.
confused
Well,
because you
but
can't
like when I
answer the
asked you
question.
twice which gravity you
The
didn't know.
elevation boy doesn't even understand the question. Tim, you can't even answer the question. I'm willing to talk to Jed because at least he's trying. But, like, you're not even trying. You're just evading.
This is
And
really
Jed is
weird,
trying to
man.
make sense of the question. So, Jed.
No, I don't not understand the question. I just haven't heard the question stated clearly. You're gonna have to state the question clearly for me, please.
How can I
like,
say it
for the
more
first
clearly?
time.
What?
Well, I
is
wasn't
it
listening.
in
I wasn't
time?
listening. So
Okay.
tell me as if I came in brand new. Okay.
Okay, what is it in time that is acted upon by matter such that time bends in accordance with space in the presence of matter, even if that matter is infinitely distant?
What a stupid
That's
red
the
herring,
question.
seriously.
Yeah, it's a big red herring. That's a big red herring.
It's not a red herring. It's a very
big
easy,
red herring.
basic question. What is
No,
it
no,
in
because
time that's acted
you're-
upon? What is it in time that reacts? What is
So
it
it's
in
been
time
like
that
45
responds?
minutes of her just squawking like this. Like,
What
do you
is
have
it
anything
in
else?
time? Well, what is it in time that's responding? You're talking about matter when you say it.
No,
Well,
she's
Does
what
this
is-
prove the flat Earth?
It means matter.
This is great.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no matter in time.
Happy New Year.
We wouldn't know.
There's no matter in time. That's just,
We
that's
wouldn't
just not
know.
even
Flat Earth?
logical. That's just not even
I'm just
logical.
wondering.
We wouldn't
Yeah.
Does this
perceive
prove the flat
matter.
Earth or what?
We wouldn't perceive matter without
I'm just
time.
wondering.
We wouldn't perceive matter without time.
Is this-
So it's a
is
big
this
red
proof
herring.
That's
the
not
flat Earth?
logical.
No, it
Validation
doesn't.
point, you're
It's-
just spitting non sequiturs. That's
Or no?
it's not even.
Does
there's no
this prove the
logical
flat Earth?
Non
or no?
sequiturs.
Yeah, like you're just saying statements
Does
that
this
are
prove the
unrelated,
flat Earth?
and then
or
you're putting them
no?
together, and then
No,
making
no,
a
no.
sentence out of it.
Your
What does this
whole
have to do with
question.
anything?
Your whole question is framed under this premise, and you're like, what is
No.
it in time? Well, when you're talking about
Yeah.
something that is in time, you're talking about something that is material, something
No,
that
it
is
can be
matter.
It can be
Okay,
intangible.
you said, what
This
is
so
it?
pointless.
What is
Anyway,
it
Jen,
in
she ruined
time
your show,
that does
dude.
X, Y, Z? Well,
Validation
it
point,
is
it can
matter.
be intangible. No, it can be an intangible. Time isn't it. No,
Hey,
it's
Jed,
it.
have a good night, brother. I can't do this.
Cheers, man.
Tim, happy
Yeah.
New Year, Tim.
Happy New Year,
Oh,
man.
yeah, it just turned out.
Yeah, happy New Year, guys. I got about
Yeah.
40
You
minutes.
don't. I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
man.
insult you. You don't need to try to put me down.
You guys can have
You
fun
don't-
with this question.
I
I'm
don't
not
know why.
putting you down, validation boy.
Yeah, a
Validation
flat
boy, I'm
earther.
not putting you down.
I wanted to
I'm
speak
just
to Jed,
saying
but,
it
like,
can be an intangible.
Crazy.
She's totally
It
ruined the
doesn't
show,
have to
dude.
be a
Anyway, do you have
tangible
you want to change the subject because it's just
Fine.
divisive?
Jed?
Yeah.
Do you want to answer this?
Why do you call for Jed? Is your poppy or something? You weirdo.
No, because
No.
he's the only one of you that I respect.
Okay, then get off the panel. Like you just totally ruined his show. If you respect him, get off the fucking panel.
That's really mean. We should be
His show.
nice to each other. Come on, Sasha. Respect each other.
Oh, don't ask me.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
To be honest,
Don't ask me anyways after everything that's been said.
She
Honestly,
came on and said that
Gale.
I troll her all the time, and she said all of this
I
stuff that
troll.
just she couldn't even know first of all, and is completely false. It's like I didn't come on and say a bunch of shit about her. I told her earlier that she has a fake
Then
laugh.
all you do
and she's
is put
annoying.
people down to make yourself feel better about yourself.
Who?
That's all
Who?
you do.
Who do I
You
put down?
constantly put
Who?
people down. You tell me I'm a stupid cunt. You tell me I'm a stupid bitch. You tell
Who
me
said
I
it?
don't
Who
like
said
that.
cunt?
You tell me I have a fake laugh.
Great.
That's all you say.
Who said
That's
cunt?
all
When
you
did I say cunt?
constantly. You did.
I swear.
Rewind it later.
No, I
Listen.
never said. Okay, yeah, I will. And guess what? I already know that I never said cunt. I called you a bitch. Okay, not a cunt.
All you do is put people down. All you do
Okay,
is put
well
people
you're
down
putting
before
words in my
you feel better about
mouth, and you're
Yeah,
lying.
she said,
It
oh,
doesn't make you
man.
better.
Look at her trying to exaggerate her victimhood. Exaggerate
Yeah,
that
dude. She's
victimhood.
not a
It's not
victim.
my victimhood.
Oh, exaggerate
Just
I'm
a
not
victim
saying
card player.
Exaggerate.
How ugly Tim
And like
is
that
as a
high
person.
pitched
No,
voice is just so
no.
fucking annoying.
How
dude.
ugly Tim is.
That's
Tim
me.
is ugly as a
Like,
person.
can you just leave?
No.
The men want to talk. Like, have a decent conversation.
Jed,
Exaggerating the fuck out of that victimhood.
Jed, please help
Exaggerating
me,
the
Jed.
fuck out. I know. Jed, the fucking super white knight in her corner.
Jed,
Jed, are you blue pilled up
please
right
help
now?
me.
Have you?
Help
Has Jed
me.
taken his allotment of fucking blue pills today?
Answer my
Has he
question.
taken his
I'm
blue
studying
pills for today?
gravity and space time, everyone. Please. It
Don't
proves
you
flat
want to ask me
Earth.
things to say?
Please. Do it for me. Oh. Thanks for ruining the show, you dumb broad.
Orphan Red,
On
can
the
I say
panel
something?
actually thinks clearly.
Oh,
Kat, I
okay.
don't know you, so I can't say anything
I
about
know.
you. I don't even
Yeah,
know
yeah,
who you are.
yeah, that's right. I don't take anything personally. Like, but you're obviously a flat earther because I remember when I was a flat earther, I played one of your videos to someone. They laughed at me. They were like,
I'm
"What?"
a globe earth projector, yes.
So you're now
Oh,
globe
God.
earth. Because I swear
No,
you're
I
flat.
said I'm a globe earth projector. I'm a flat earther.
Oh,
globe earth
globe
projector.
earth.
It's the same thing. What's your
Sorry,
question?
No, I was just saying. So yeah, so you are a flat earther. So, but no, you're a globe earth rejector. So,
Yeah, it's the same thing, really.
So you could be a concave earther.
No. That's
Is
not
that-
science. That's not logical.
But don't you think it's like because
Does
I was
not
in
compute.
Sorry, P. I was like, look, I was into this flat earth stuff, and it's like crazy. Like, I don't know if you're just doing this for the YouTube thing or whatever, but like there's a lot of people get affected by this stuff. Like, I'm serious. Like, you got to be sure about what you're talking about because people listen. Like, I listened to you. I used to listen to your video, and I was like, oh, I listen to this person. They sound like they know what they're talking about. But then, like, sorry, Orphan. Like, that's just what I mean. Like, are you sure you're a flat earther? Am
I am, yeah. But no, I am a flat earther. But Kat, millions of people listen to PewDiePie. Do you
Yeah.
troll him because you think some of the things
I don't
he
troll
says? Okay, sorry. But are you morally offended by PewDiePie when PewDiePie says things that are factually incorrect?
I'm not
Like,
morally offended.
target flat earthers for disseminating what you believe is wrong information when you're not? When you're not, PewDiePie has more effect on the world than me. He has 55 million followers.
I agree.
So
you're not PewDiePie.
So why would you try?
You're not PewDiePie.
Why would you try to put people, or why would you be so annoyed and upset by dissemination of what you believe?
Okay. I'll tell you. Can I answer that?
Flat earthers, when there are people with millions of subscribers that are putting out disinfo, why aren't you more annoyed with them? It doesn't make sense.
Can I answer that? Because I used to believe in flat Earth, right? And I went around telling people about flat Earth, and that's fine for me. I can get away with that. People, whatever, I can get away with it. But then I told my cousin, he really trusts what I'm saying about stuff, and he was getting bullied and stuff. I'm talking, he's like a 26-year-old guy. He's getting bullied because he's at raves or whatever and parties, and he's talking about flat Earth when he's off his nut or whatever, and because he trusts me. And then I started looking at it because I'm like, he's getting shit. And I'm like, oh, this is bad. And I realized, when you actually look at it and you're not just following some weird YouTube vibe or whatever, you actually start thinking about, all the information. You realize there's no way you can believe the Earth's flat. It doesn't actually make any geometric sense. And I'm not a scientist. And I don't know any of this stuff. All I know is what makes what just makes sense about what I see around and, genuine observations. And after I really thought about it, I felt really bad. I had to go to loads of people. It was embarrassing because I have to go and tell people, oh, yeah, the Earth's not flat. And they're like, yeah, obviously it's not flat and all that crap. Do you know what I mean? It's embarrassing. And
so
that's
you're
why...
angry because you believed something without doing the research, and you told people that you believed it without doing the research.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then you were embarrassed.
Yeah, fair enough.
Why are you angry with me because you believed something without researching, and then you were embarrassed?
I'm not angry with you. I'm honestly, I'm not angry with you. I'm just asking why you believe it.
Why does it bother you that flat earthers make flat earth videos? To me, it seems like you should be annoyed with yourself because you believed something and you told people it was true without actually looking into it for yourself. You just believed what YouTubers told you, and then now you're embarrassed because you were proselytizing.
I totally get that. Do you know what?
That's on you.
No, not 100% Orphan Red. That is on me, and I accept that. I 100% accept that. But that's why I am a little bit obsessed with this topic, is because I've made a giant mistake here, and I'm not saying I'm some sort of trying to save people. I'm just trying to ask why some of these people who told me this stuff believe it. And it's interesting when I get to talk to some of them because there's a few other ones I could talk to that I've got to briefly chat to or maybe even just talk in the YouTube comments. That have really surprised me, that I feel some of this isn't very genuine. And I feel like there's people taking people like me who are genuinely probably mentally ill, quite frankly, at the time, for a ride. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's very dangerous. It's not dangerous. There's maybe too much of an exaggeration, but it's not good for people's relationships in the real world. I've been talking to people off Nathan Oakley's debates who are going to split up with their wives and shit over this, but they still can't get over it. They still can't.
Alex, I think your opinion is so valued here, mate. You're so down to earth. You give such an honest and non-scientific, just from the normal guy perspective. It does. He doesn't try to sound smart. He doesn't sound smart on everyone. He says it through experience, and that's what I respect for Alex. He's actually bringing something that's refreshing, and he knows he was in the wrong, and he's just trying to undo his wrongs, and he doesn't understand now why these people are lying. It's and I just respect that.
Cheers.
So first of all, Alex, is that your name?
Yeah, Alex, my name. Yeah.
So first of all, I would question why you're not more motivated to be debating Muslims, because Islam is as much of a fairy tale as any other wrong belief system, but it has much more damaging consequences. Women have acid thrown into their faces. Gays are being thrown off buildings in the Middle East.
Maybe because Alex never experienced Islam. Alex never experienced Islam, and he's going to experience this flat earth, so it's affected him.
No, but the point is, if you're watching...
That's me looking like an idiot.
Yeah, no, but seriously, I'll answer that. I'll say this
Like, if
because
you're
I don't,
gonna say
even
it
though what I've
against-
just said, I don't know very much about Islam, right? And Islam honestly hasn't affected my life very much. I'm just dealing with stuff that's affecting my life. This has actually affected my life. So yeah, like I joke that I was born in. I'm not joking. I was born in Saudi Arabia, but like, I lived there for a long time. But it's not really affected my life. I don't really remember it that much. And even back then, it didn't.
Like you,
It might have destroyed life, but I'm talking about what's relevant to me.
It's definitely affected your accent, Alex. It's definitely affected your accent.
Do you think?
I was being
See my skin
sarcastic,
colour. I was the whitest baby ever born in Saudi Arabia.
I was being sarcastic, mate.
It was a different time back then. But
Alex, here's my question to you. You mentioned to me that you're very concerned because people are divorcing their wives over Flat Earth. But like, to me, that doesn't touch your life. And so if you're concerned about the harm to other people, you should be more concerned about Islam. You should be crusading against Islam.
You should be more concerned about it then, shouldn't you?
I am actually. And
so why are you talking about Flat Earth?
Because there are speech laws in Canada that prevent me from making videos.
Seems like a bit of an excuse. If Flat Earth's such a conspiracy, there should be speech laws against that, shouldn't there, really?
I didn't say that it was such a conspiracy, first of all.
I mean, they censor a lot of the stuff.
You're just making excuses now. But the point is this. You said, no, but here are the points. You said that one of the reasons you debate against Flat Earth is because you think it harms people's relationships. You think it harms people. What I'm saying is that there are other things that harm people more. As an example, I said Islam, and I said if you're really actually concerned about reducing the harm related to people's beliefs, then it doesn't make sense to pick Flat Earth because there are only a few hundred, maybe a few thousand Flat Earthers, so you're not really making a difference in terms of...
So we've got to play a statistics game with it, have we? So realistically, there's more homeless people in other countries, so I shouldn't worry about homeless people in my area. I shouldn't give them any money.
No, I'm just saying it's not a reason. I'm saying it's an excuse. The real reason is that you're embarrassed because you told people that the Flat Earth is true without doing the research. And so then don't try to pretend that you're trying to save people from Flat Earth. And even your cousin, right? Or nephew.
I admit, I don't want people to think I'm trying to save them. I think that's a bit arrogant to think I'm trying to save anyone. I can't save anyone. Yeah. People are going to believe it or not. I just want to try and plant a few seeds and try and give my opinion.
Why?
Because it all makes a difference, and I know from experience that it makes a difference.
But the seeds have been planted or brought up in the globe system. So the seeds of the Earth as a globe have been planted.
That's why it was a flat Earth. Now I realise it. That's why I realise how silly it is. I'm sorry. That is as stupid as it is. It's like I actually went and did it.
Alex, what I'm hearing is that, like you said, you're not really sciencey, and you were just basically following these Flat Earth YouTubers, kind of just believing what they told you, and now you've decided that they're all wrong. But what I'm not hearing is, I'm not hearing that you've actually researched it and found persuasive scientific proofs for which one is true or not. So to me,
would you like? They're very easy, and you've heard them. But would you like me to tell you them, or is it a waste of time?
No, I know them. I know.
Yeah, exactly. So there's good reasons, and if you're honest with yourself, you know there's very good reasons to believe in the Quran.
But Alex, what you're missing here,
Let me jump in for just a second.
I'm just going to address this point, and then you can. So, Alex, what you're missing here is you're saying, here are these ideas that support the globe, and they're persuasive to me. But then you're also saying, I'm not very good at science, I'm not really a sciencey guy. So what I'm saying is, the globe Earth model, the science behind the globe Earth model is riddled with flaws. The cosmological model, the entire, it's a house of cards. And for people who are sciencey, when you start looking into it, you find that there are these flaws in the standard model. And the more you look into it from a scientific perspective, the more flaws that you can kind of see accumulating, irreconcilable information from different fields. And that's why you start to realize you need to reject the globe model.
All right, okay. I'll answer that. So you can tell me that there's flaws in science, whatever. Maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. As far as I know, science wants to find flaws in science so that they can
No, it doesn't.
Okay, it's about fun. But
No,
whatever.
it gets
But whatever.
funded
No,
by
okay, but
TV.
let's ignore that. Let's ignore science. There's nothing scientific about understanding you can see curvature. When you look at photos, there's two celestial poles. There's the celestial poles. There's a celestial sphere around us. All the sun sets. It's just sunsets. It's just simple freaking stuff. That is like, yeah. It's just,
There
yeah,
is-
it is. I'm sorry. And the
because
whole.
you have to understand light bending through water vapor.
10 more
And,
seconds,
like-
please. 10 more seconds.
Yeah, sorry.
So-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I.
No, it's fine. It's cool. So 10 more seconds. So I just want to say, the whole thing about flat Earth that got me in, not the whole thing, I make too much broad statements, but it was all about Occam's razor, right? Oh, it feels flat, blah, 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 use your senses. And then when I think about it, and the sunsets, things going over the horizon, all these footages, you see the solar, especially the solar filter sunsets, it was like, okay, well now Occam's razor's changed, isn't it? It's a globe. It's so simple. And that's where I am. I'm a simple guy. It's a globe. You can tell me that science is wrong. Maybe it's wrong. I can't tell you if it's right or wrong. All I can tell you is that there is no observation that makes me think the Earth is flat. None
So
at all.
here's a quick Occam's razor that actually proves that the standard model doesn't fit the Occam's razor, because the whole Occam's razor, it's not that the simplest theory is correct. It's that the theory that requires the fewest assumptions is more
Right.
likely to be true.
Exactly.
And so the standard model has at its origin the Big Bang, right? Where you had a singularity that exploded and then the universe came out from it. But here's the problem with that. So every particle, every photon, every electron, right? Every particle in the universe has a probability distribution wave that you can calculate mathematically. And these particles cannot fit into a volume that's smaller than their distribution wave amplitude. Okay?
Right.
And so a singularity is said to be a two-dimensional point. So by definition, a singularity cannot contain the probability distribution wave of a photon, let alone every single photon in existence. So the Big Bang Theory, in and of itself, is contradictory, because on the one hand it says it's a two-dimensional point, but on the other hand we're also told that particles can exist in a volume that's smaller than the amplitude of their probability distribution wave. So you cannot have particles in a singularity. So therefore you cannot have a singularity exploding out matter or even energy. And even more importantly, tell me this, if it's such a simpler model, how long was the singularity in existence as a singularity prior to its explosion? And you can say, oh, well, time didn't exist, but then you have to define, well, okay, so then what is time? And then that brings us to the question of, again, what is it in time that responds to matter in such a way that it bends? So that brings us right back to my initial question.
Yeah, it's crazy. The trouble is,
I mean-
I'm an ex-flat earther, and I don't care. I don't know about all of this stuff. Like, I'm just like, why does that make the Earth flat? Any of what you said? Sorry.
What it does
I
is...
don't mean to be mean, because I think you're cool, but like, it's just like, none of that says to me the Earth's flat. I'm sorry. You're just like, you said a load of science. Like Paul, Rumpus, anyone of these scientists could have said that, and I would have been like, yeah, okay. Some shit happened. Like, you know, I mean, Grimm, the electric universe, I'd have just be like, whatever. I don't know. This isn't flat Earth.
But that's
Why
the point.
is the
The
Earth flat?
point is,
How
the
can
point
it be
is
flat? It
this.
can't be flat.
You're taking the globe model on faith.
No,
It's a
I'm not.
religious belief.
No,
You
no,
are.
I am already pretty religious, to be honest. Like, this is not a religion. Like, this is literally like, I tried to figure it out in my mind visually, and it can't. If you can track me one southern star on a flat disk, I'll be impressed. I mean, because it's
Alex,
geometrically
you're
impossible.
missing. You're
No, I'm
missing
not missing the
the.
point.
You are, because the point is this, right? For the globe to exist, it requires, number one, gravity to pull matter in, and gravity then requires time-space curvature. So then you have to be able to answer the question about time.
Sasha,
And then it also has its origin in the Big Bang. So if you undermine the possibility of the Big Bang, if singularity and you undermine the possibility of gravity, then all of a sudden you start to realize that what you've accepted as knowledge is not truth. It's a really shoddy belief system that's been cobbled together over 500 years.
Honestly, Sasha, I'm not trying to be bad. I'm saying these memes I'm immune to them. I've heard them.
These aren't memes.
They are memes because this whole thing about the Big Bang, whatever, it doesn't make the Earth flat. It doesn't. I'm sorry. The observations we see, the sunsets, boats over horizons. I've been arguing with freaking Anthony pissing Riley, for days, about a freaking picture where you can see curvature. And Nathan has renamed curvature to a wall. He thinks it's a wall now. He's like, wall, and you don't get it, Cat Earth. And I'm like, look, just show me a freaking beach, because have you tried to model any of this? Like, I was saying to Riley, model this shit in 2D, in 3D, and look what the Earth's like if it's 2D, if it's fucking flat. Sorry for the swearing. And like, literally, like,
it's not Cliff.
Oh yeah, I was just in a weird mode, but do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't work. Soundly's got some amazing videos. His recent ones, they're so concise. They show you what that.
No, it's a misinterpretation of the visual data.
Makes it look flatter. So it's even like, do you know what I mean? Refraction making it look flatter.
No, Alex, it's you're not understanding the principles of vision and perspective.
Oh. That's all I understand, Sasha.
No,
I don't understand.
otherwise...
I understand art. I don't understand science. I understand art. That's all I've ever done is animation and visual effects and things. And this is when people piss me off with the sound is fake. And it's like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Like, there's nothing. Art 101, they do not teach you this stuff about perspective. They teach you the opposite of what you're saying.
Okay, Alex, at what angle does the sun's light bend because it's more on the yellow-orange end of the spectrum when we see it?
No idea.
Can you tell me at what angle it bends through the water vapor in the atmosphere?
No idea.
Okay, so then how can you tell me the position of the sun if you don't know at what angle the light is bending through the atmosphere?
Well, I'd just like to know how the light is bending through an angle unless it's a globe, because how is it getting underneath it? How's it anything but above the flat Earth? Like,
because
no
light
angle.
bends and it changes through different media.
If you're talking about a reflection, I can kind of understand that, but no, it's not going underneath. You're making this angle that can never happen on a flat Earth with your hands there. I mean, it doesn't go under like an angle like that. It can't, unless the Earth curves. Well, you're making this angle. Like, what angle? I mean, whatever angle it is, it's not under. It's never going under the horizon like we see it. It never drops. The sun could never drop under the horizon. You could always zoom back.
Of course it will.
No,
it'll go beyond the vanishing point of the
distance. It would shrink.
No, it wouldn't, because you're not taking into account the vertical distance. When the size of the object is reduced due to verticality, then the shrinkage has already occurred through the vertical axes. So when you move it away, you don't get as much of an observed shrinking effect. Someone showed this in a video with balls. They put a ball up and then they put a ball down and then you move the ball away. It depends. Wait.
How do you explain?
Wait a minute. So, like, can we just for one moment, take a breath and say, we agree on this, right? And I don't know if I agree on that. Well, I'm just looking for points of agreement because, like,
I want to agree, but I can't agree on a simple perspective. I'm sorry, like, that simple perspective, you're going to have to, like, invoke some sort of weird, like, Rob Skiba atmospheric lensing to convince me of anything that's not that, because I know that's not true, but like something similar to that to convince me of this. And if the sun isn't good enough, then what about the moon? Why is everyone seeing the same face of the moon? And it's barely changing all around the world.
I went through this with Jed, but, like, first of all, like, I think what you see in the sky, to me, I don't think it's tangibly real the way we see it.
And then you're off to woo-woo land, and then I'm off. I'm sorry. That's fair. If you're off to woo-woo land, I respect that. That is fair enough. You're in woo-woo land.
I agree with you. As soon as you go into that, there's no way to
that's where I jumped off the flat Earth train. I was off the woo land stuff.
But even on your globe model, like, or even on a flat Earth, of course, even on a flat Earth, you would still only see the one side of the moon, one face of the moon. If the moon is a disc above you or a ball above you, doesn't really matter. You still only see one side of it.
No, it matters greatly, because if it's a disc, then it would become a blade as it moves away from you. And if it's a ball, we would see different angles of it, way more different angles of it. And this is simple to understand. It is. Because often if it's high enough, if it's too high, then we will see it at all times. So there has to be a point where it has to be low enough for it to disappear on the horizon, but then it has to become a blade if it's a disc, and it has to change angle.
At what point is that?
If it's a ball.
Can you define? Yeah. Okay, but
you know what I mean, Joe, isn't it? It's really easy to visualise, isn't it?
Yeah. It would become
always a problem.
But here's the thing.
The moon was the biggest problem, actually. I was like, fuck, man, the moon is a bit crazy. Like, how can that be a flat disc or a ball?
This is validation boys' realm, man. This is the intangible.
Yeah, but if you're in intangible, fair enough to you. That's where you've gone. But you've gone there. You know what I mean?
The authority did.
No, I respect you, but like you've gone there. That's where you are. So don't like be angry at me because I'm not in your woo-woo land. You know what I mean?
No, I'm trying to say that I agree with you that there's a point at which, if it was too far away, right, then we would see it everywhere on the Earth. And if it's too close, then we would see it start to distort its shape. But the problem is, nobody has defined what that limit is. At what point is it too far or too close, right? Because there has to be a sweet spot. Where,
There is. And
right? And so
there's only one sweet spot.
How do we know that it's not in that sweet spot?
It's so easy. You can model this in 3D. I mean, it's the easiest sweet spot ever. The sweet spot is exactly what the ancients believed, and the moon is a globe and the sun is a globe that is moving underneath the Earth. And they thought it went into the underworld. And they thought it went underneath the disk and came back, because they even understood the observations they were seeing. They just didn't know the rest of the world. But they understood the observations they were seeing. They were like, this is how, there's the celestial sphere, right? You know, in the flat Earth videos, they tell you, oh, look, there's that guy holding the globe. But it's not, it's the celestial sphere. That's what they always understood. And that's the only observation that makes sense. And now we know that we can now see the sun at all times around the Earth. You know, it can be accounted for. We know we're on a globe. It's just it's basic geometry. I know that's the only thing I really understand, Orphan. Seriously, it's the only thing I understand is like art, geometry, perspective. And that's where I get it all from.
Right, but those are very simplified, basic assumptions that you're making, but you're not looking into more complex possibilities. You're just saying.
I don't think I need to.
But what if the world is a complex place?
If the world, right, if God set the world up to make me think it was a sphere through geometry and basic observations, then fair play, good one, God, you're amazing at that. That's great. Like, that's what he wanted to do. But that's the only thing you can get me on, like, because otherwise, why would I think it's a flat Earth when I've looked into all this? There's nowhere else I can go. I'm sorry. I'd love the Earth to be flat. I was down for it. I was up for it, and I told people it. Do you know what I mean? But like, it's just like, at some point, this stuff has to end, because it is hurting some people. It is hurting people.
Islam is hurting people. Christianity is hurting people. Yeah, well then,
okay, we can do that. You can do that later.
Satanism is hurting people. Luciferianism is hurting people.
Okay, but this one's very easy to move on.
Well, no, but that's the point. Some people their lives are enriched, and they benefit from knowing that the globe model is wrong, and they benefit from the realization that the standard model is wrong. So why are you trying to damage them? Their lives are enriched by it. They've benefited by
Who's benefited from who has?
I have.
Well, okay, you have, but you have to understand, right?
Jainism has.
Okay, listen, Orphan, seriously. I'm a born again Christian, and that has saved my life, right? But I actually recognise in people I've seen around me that this thing hasn't helped them, and I've got my own theories on that, or whatever.
The people she mentioned are benefiting financially.
Yeah,
No,
look. I'm telling you that just because something's good for me, it doesn't mean I'm going to go around and ram it down other people's throats like it's good for them. I don't know what the truth is in life, and you've got to be bloody sure if you're going to go on YouTube and try and profit on this, that you know what the hell you're talking about.
First of all, I'm not ramming it down your throat because my videos, you have to come. No, you have to come to my channel. You have to play. You have to sit there and watch it and listen. None of that is forced on you. There is no government agency that straps you to a chair, forces your eyes open, forces my audio into your ears. So there's nothing about me ramming it down your throat. Everyone that comes to my channel and watches my video does so voluntarily.
Okay, so I take that
I'd like to ram something down your throat.
Look, I take that back. It's not rammed down your throat. But what I'm going to say is there's people out there who are vulnerable. They are vulnerable and they are going to listen. I was vulnerable.
They're equally vulnerable to any cult. They're equally vulnerable
so why do you want to be
born-again Christianity, to Satanism, Luciferianism, Islam. They're equally vulnerable.
Love you, Jesus. It's my boy. Jesus. Sorry, I have to do that.
So I actually think that born-again Christianity may also be harmful, may also break relationships. Yeah, I do actually.
Why do you think that, though? Why do you think that? Come on, we can talk about that as well. It's flat Earth.
We can talk about that later, though. But the point is this, that it's not for you to decide for everyone else what should or shouldn't be talked about on YouTube, and it's not for you to police it.
I'm not policing it, but I have a voice, and I can voice it.
But rather than spend your time voicing...
Why can't I be heard?
Because there's a difference. What I'm saying is, hello, world. Here's what I believe. Here's why I believe it's true. What do you think? What you're doing is...
Here's what I think, Orphan.
Wait a minute. Here's what people like some people here do. They come to our channels and they say, you're wrong. That's not true. You're evil. You're a dumb bitch. You're a blah, 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 blah.
I've never done that
so
to you.
The point is this. You could go on YouTube and make videos saying whatever you think is true. But there is no justification for going to other people's channels and then trying to get their channel taken down, trying to get their videos taken down. Like, that's inexcusable. You have no right to suppress the free speech of other people. All you have the right to do is make your own videos, have your own free speech on your own channel.
Yeah, I'm not trying to shout anyone's channel. Honestly, I don't really care about people's channels, which I don't.
Like Jed does. Jed has videos, talks about the globe Earth. He's free to do that. He doesn't go trying to pull other people's channels down.
Do I do that?
This is my
I don't do that.
Well, I don't know your channel.
I don't have a channel. I'm just one guy with a like literally. I just have a YouTube account. I've never made a video.
So if you want to save people, don't bash flat earthers. Make videos about why you think the world is a globe and why that's true.
Honestly, I haven't got that much time to do that. I just want to come in on Hangout and just voice my opinion. Is that not good enough? Is that not enough?
No, it's not. Create,
well,
don't destroy.
I'm sorry, but that's up to you. Why do you get to decide what's enough? Why is it your decision what's enough for what I should do?
It's not my decision. It's just my opinion.
It sounds like it is.
It's better for society if you create rather than spend your time.
I am creating right here and now.
You should create flat Earth propaganda videos for society.
I don't want to tell. Look, I try and be careful to not tell people what to think. I'm just telling people what I think.
As do I. I do that. I don't tell people what to think.
I
ask them to ask questions.
So I disagree with you, and that's fine. You know, it's not. I'm not trying to start an argument with you. I'm just saying that these are the reasons why I don't believe in flat Earth anymore.
But it's when you're taking it further, when you're saying not only are these the reasons why you don't believe in flat Earth, this is why I shouldn't be making videos.
Yes. Yeah.
Talking about why the flat Earth is true.
No, I agree because I don't think you've got good answers for the questions I've got. Like, you know, and because I think it's completely impossible that the Earth's flat. I think it's dangerous because I've gone around thinking the Earth's flat. It's really simple. It's not a big sob story either. It's not like my life's come to an end. It's just like it was a bit fucked up, and a lot of other people, their lives are getting fucked up by it. I'm telling you. I've spoke like people on some of these hangouts, like Peanuts, man. He's like his wife's going to leave him, yeah, and we talked him out of it. And 2 weeks later, he's freaking fucking shit posting about flat Earth again. And it's like, man, this guy has got, like, it's mad. And these people are vulnerable.
No. First of all, people are adults. They choose to believe what they choose to believe.
That's not a good excuse.
Yes, it is. Secondly, I really believe that the Earth is not a globe. I sincerely believe that. So what I think you're wrong. I think that you're relying on basic geometry that it's just
pretty easy. So you know, when something's an impossibility, it's quite a big statement to make. So when I say flat Earth's a geometric impossibility, I mean it. It's impossible.
I know you do.
Unless you've got some woo-woo mirrors and magic and stuff going on up in there. What is going on with the sky? Like, and
but my point is that just because you believe it's wrong, the same way that you maybe believe that Allah is not the real God, your God is the real God. But
I don't know what's going on with that.
That doesn't justify you tearing people down. What it justifies is you can make videos saying why you think the Earth is a globe. But I personally think it's immoral to go around tearing other people down for sharing what they think is true, because you might be wrong.
No, yeah, okay, I could be wrong.
Right.
But am I tearing you down? Yeah, okay, I could be wrong about religion, I could be wrong about the globe. But am I tearing you down, or am I just giving you reasons why I don't believe what you're saying and you don't accept them? Or you don't understand them?
No, it's not that I don't accept them.
It's just like I
just disagree.
You know,
I just disagree.
It's like if you tell me that born-again Christianity is really bad, like we were saying earlier, I'm going to have to disagree. You know, it's just my life experience, you know. And if there's like...
It's okay to disagree. Yeah. You don't have to convert me.
I'm not
and I don't have to convert you. Like, that's my point, is that we don't have to have these... We don't have to have these unending debates to try to convert everyone who disagrees. It's okay to disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree with Jed, but I still want to be friends with him. And you seem actually quite nice and quite interesting. And so I would maybe like to be friends with you, but I'm not wanting you to convert me. And I'm not necessarily wanting to, and I don't necessarily want to convert you. We have to allow people to have different opinions and ideas of what is true, and we have to allow them to express that. And that's what YouTube is for. Jed, what's your thoughts?
You shouldn't have opinions on what's empirical.
You shouldn't have opinions on what's empirical?
Yeah, you're like you can't like have an opinion on the shape of the Earth as if it's like not an empirical fact.
It's true. Sorry, Sasha, it's true that, and I think you're fine. That's why people are so passionate about it. You could get 9/11 conspiracies, and there's no like, you know, there's no one's can really know. Anything could have happened. All these kind. You argue about religion, nobody's going to really know until they die, are they? But when it comes to flat Earth, that's why it's so addictive, because it's an easy one to debunk. All these globers will tell you it's why it's addictive.
Just because you don't understand the complexity, so you rely on geometry, on basic observations, those things they're not...
Yeah, but the rest of them rely on science and stuff. I just need all that. That's all I need. And you know, what everyone else is saying seems to match it. I see curvature. I do the curve calculator with Rick and all that, and it's like, oh shit, it's matching up exactly how it should do.
But Alex, you're making the same mistake that you did when you were telling people that the Earth was flat, and then you're embarrassed to have to admit that you were wrong. You're accepting the globe model because a lot of other people are saying it's true, because you heard a couple things that sounded convincing.
I've done a lot more research as a glober than I did as a flat earther.
Have you really?
Yeah, I have. It's so painful how much I've had to do. I've literally sat through hangouts where I literally want to slit my throat. It's like, this is just so unbearable. And it's been so thorough, some of the presentations.
Alex, that's not research.
I had to learn it.
Not
I had to, because it got through to me. And then there's the other thing that my new thing is that Riley is so wrong about everything that if you just disagree with Riley on everything, you'll be right all the time. Like, it's insane how bad he is.
Sound is interpreting visual data incorrectly. So you're putting your blind faith in his interpretation.
No, I'm not. It's like, that looks like Occam's razor.
Yeah, that looks like curve, and then you don't even really understand what Occam's razor is, but you assume that it means that what's simple is true.
The least assumptions to get to a
Right, but there are actually more assumptions required for the standard model.
You need a lot of assumptions for flat Earth.
No, you need fewer assumptions actually. But so the point is this: you're doing the same thing that got you into flat Earth. You're just basing it on a lot of other people believe it. They're saying things that sound kind of right, and I kind of like believing in this, and so it must be true. So what this shows me is that the errors that you made that got you into flat Earth are the same errors that you're making that are getting you into the globe Earth belief, right? So
I actually acknowledge some of that, yeah. I actually see some of that. It's just that I feel like at least I'm on the right track now. Because at the end of the day, you have no way of knowing, right? You have no way of knowing anything. You have no way of knowing I'm real. I have no way of knowing you're real. I have no way of knowing I'm not in a dream right now. I mean, we don't know anything at the end of the day, but we have to start making assumptions to become sane people. You know,
but at least I'm looking at the science, Alex. That's a difference. At least I'm actually looking at the deeper science, not just the surface geometry. At least I'm looking in depth into the complexities of the actual model so that I can better understand, is this model the best fit for the data? And then I say, you know what? This model has errors in it that force me to reject that model. Jed, I want to know what you're like. I don't want to just have this little hangout with Alex and you're just sitting there. I'm sorry.
I'm alright, guys. I'm going to close the hangout down now. Anyway, it was nice bringing the new year in with It's alright, guys. It's alright, guys. I'm just going to shut it down now, right? It was interesting listening to you. It was good. See you later, guys.